All right, and we are going live. Hello, welcome back. Let me mute that. Okay. Okay, so we are back on Imperial Entanglements Part 2. So let's go ahead and get started. I got everyone on the splash screen. Let's see. I see Colin might not be here. I don't see him online. But he might have just closed out Roll20 and forgot to log off. Okay. So you guys arrived on Bespin last week. And then you guys got set up at the hotel.
He's here.
Oh, good. Colin's here. Yay. Everyone's here.
Billy's here too, right?
Is he? I don't see him.
No, my Steven. I see it. Never mind.
Okay, so you guys arrived, and you got a hotel, and then you got through security with a few illegal items. And let me go ahead and clear off our dice pool. Okay, so you guys can start rolling your destiny point, and I will roll for obligation.
My first light roll as Nunku.
So
That's not
87. Guess who 87 lands on? The person with the most obligation is Nunku.
Wait, I thought it was near the bottom.
Not anymore.
Yeah, I rearranged stuff because you took on additional obligations. So here's what happened in between games. Nunku was interested in entering the Grand Prix that's happening with the cloud cars. So he didn't have a cloud car. So he talked to Colin and asked him if there's any way he had enough funds to get a cloud car. And so Colin called up his parents and borrowed 30,000 credits, but it cost about 5,000 credits to do a wire transfer from the inner to the outer room. So they got the credits, and Nunku purchased a cloud car with it, and in doing so, he has an additional 5 obligation until he pays the 35,000 credits back to Colin to pay his parents back. So
Yay!
That shouldn't be too big of an issue if he wins the race.
If I win the race.
All right. So I think last week, did we end in the hotel room?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, so I'll move us back there. It'll take more than one, so...
It's got terrible rolls.
There we go. So we are back in the hotel room. Yeah, last week we spent a lot of time on the ship. You guys got to know each other a little better. So now you guys are in the hotel room. A few people talked about some ideas for what they want to do. You've got about 2 days before the Grand Prix race. No one's figured out or asked around about where they can get the Tabana gas, without having to pay all the taxes and the import, stuff like that.
Well, we don't really have anyone who's really good at computers.
You don't need computers to ask around. And then
we need the computers to make sure that the vents won't close.
That the what?
The vents.
What? What do you mean the vents?
Oh, because there are people will be monitoring where the Tabana gas might be in the vents. So they're gonna probably close up the vents.
So if you find someone that's on the black market that's selling Tabana gas, I'm pretty sure they'll fill your canisters for you, so you don't have to worry about any of that. And
I
then
know, but I was just saying we could put in the vents so that we knock out everyone.
oh, Tabana gas. I think you're thinking of knockout gas versus Tabana gas. Tabana gas, especially the hard spun Tabana gas, is mainly used for really large capital ships blast. The giant laser turrets they use. It's like a
Oh,
lubricant, so those can, whenever they shoot the kickback from the heavy laser fire, it helps it so it doesn't damage the weapons as they're being fired.
hey, Colin. Do you think you could go find someone to get the Tabana gas?
Okay, and then also you found out there's a museum that has the droid with the carbine that Assa Karem wants. That's encased in stone. It's at Fig and Associates Museum, and that's about all you guys really know. No one's done any. What do you call it? No one's cased the place yet, so no one really has any other information outside of that. And then
I would like to start casing the place.
okay, and then let's see. Oh, that's the masseuse. I'm looking at this Mandalorian. I'm like, who's that Mandalorian? I'm like, that's the masseuse. Okay.
That Mandalorian was terrifying.
Then, Pat, what's your character's name?
Her real name or what she goes
Whatever everyone on the crew and everyone knows her by.
by? She introduced herself as Star Sharita.
Okay, so Star went down to the port area and the shadier side of town and found a cantina called 4.5 and played a Wookiee and beat a Wookiee at Dejarik, and the Wookiee was not too happy, but I think he was able to calm the Wookiee down. And I think that kind of summarizes what happened last week. So you guys have settled in for the first remainder of the day. So we'll go ahead and start on day 2, and the race will be going on tomorrow. So you guys have several things that you guys can be doing. So just let me know what you want to do, and I will move the map and help you out.
I want to case the place, but
What was the name of that museum again? I wrote it down, but then it didn't save it.
Fig and Associates?
Fig and Associates?
Yes.
Like the fruit.
FIGG.
Oh.
So I would like to try to case the place, but I would like to try to use stealth as to make it so that it's not so obvious.
Okay, so everyone should be inside the hotel. So if you're wanting to do something, you might want to let your teammates know, so you guys can role play that out. So you guys wake up.
Hey guys, this place is big. I think I'm gonna try to case it so that we know where all the stuff is and where the best place to do the stuff is.
Sounds good. Just try to keep an eye out for a place that we can exit out of it. We can exit with the thing and possibly get quickly to a vehicle.
Okay.
So my thoughts on it all is, since I'm pretty good at deception and sneaking around, maybe I could try to go, act like an employee there to gain entrance.
Oh, that's so smart. You're smart. Yeah. Acting like an employee is it? Yeah, that could work.
I work my way up the chain by just changing my outfit around every once in a while and working my way through until I can get as much schematics as the other places I can.
That's probably gonna work. Okay, you do that. I'll start casing the place to see.
I could try to see if I can get your job as a janitor or something like that if you really want.
Hey Jeff,
again?
what was?
Try to get you a job as a night crew or a janitor if you want.
Oh, that would be so pleasant. I could be going around the place because it'd be normal. You're so smart.
I know. Thank you.
Hey Jeff, the Sabak tournament. What was the winner? What did the winner get for that? Didn't they get access to the museum as well? I couldn't remember.
So the winner of the Grand Prix gets a bunch of, in addition to a small amount of funds, the main attraction, the winner gets a bunch of high-end society stuff that's worth a lot more money than what he or she actually wins in the race. And one of those is a private viewing of the museum for the winner of the Grand Prix and several of their friends during off hours. So that's a winner of the Grand Prix gets that. The Sabak tournament gets 100,000 credits, but after taxes, fees, and the cut of the hotel casino that's running the place, they really get about 75,000 credits. But the Grand Prix is the one that gets a lot of stuff. The Grand Prix winner also, him and his gunner, can have a free entry into the Sabak tournament because the Grand Prix happens a day before the Sabak tournament starts. And the Sabak tournament usually runs for a couple days, about 3 days usually.
How far out are we from the pre and the Sabak tournament?
That'd be good if I can get into the Sabak tournament. I can use my bad cop stuff to kind of be like a real a-hole and like try and whoever we're trying to get to win the Sabak tournament, give them bonuses on their social interactions.
Yeah, and anyone can enter the Sabak tournament. It's a 10,000 credits to enter.
Yeah, so if I could get free entry, that'd be good, and it might be able to boost the guy that's in it to win it. So I probably can't win it, but I could probably help someone do it.
So I'm sure since there's like 2 people per pod racing, I'm sure there'll be 2 tickets for the winner of the Grand Prix. I'm sure they'll have a ticket for the driver and their partner, and they could either go themselves or they can give it to their friends.
I can give it to you, and I can give it to you. That's perfect.
Okay. In that case, hey, Star, before you leave,
Yes.
you mind being my +1 for the Sabak tournament?
I would love that. That sounds like fun.
You got something nice to wear, or should I pick you up something while I'm out?
I don't mind if you want to pick something up for me, little old me.
Okay, and he'll just kind of look her up and down, trying to size her up to figure out, that stuff.
Sorry, man. Maybe next time.
She'll look back at you and size you up too.
Oh, and to answer your question, Nunku, I don't really have a lot of underworld contacts. I have a feeling our friend here looks back at Star again, might have more underworld contacts than myself.
I would like to check to see if there's any good place to buy stuff.
Hey, Ketkam, since we're here mainly for your character to find some information on your parents, what would your character like to do?
Hold on one sec. I think that they would Ketkam would want to walk around and maybe go into some local bars, kind of check out the scene at the local bars, sit back, just kind of listen in without obviously listening in, and see if he can gather any kind of intel.
So your character was like 4 years old when your parents were killed and Mandalorians found you, right?
Yeah.
So what information do you have specifically about your parents, and where did you come across the information?
So the information that I have came from the clan that I was part of. They basically just told me that my parents were on the run because they couldn't afford to pay back a debt. And so that they were on the run, and that they happened to be caught in Cloud City. And
It was the masseuse.
yes, and basically they were killed on site, and the Mandalorians ended up, or a Mandalorian ended up stumbling upon my parents' ship and found me within the ship in a secret kind of compartment, I guess, like room within the ship with my nurse protocol droid. And so then the Mandalorian that found me took me back to Mandalore, sorry. And they were looking me over, trying to figure out what to do with me. End game ended up being that I became a foundling and went through all the rigorous training from the time I was a small child until I left. And that's really all I know.
Okay, do you have names for your parents? Do you know what your original last name was? Do you know what your parents' names were?
No.
Okay.
So all I have to go off of is just that blanket that I have.
So let's say you're at a bar and you see a Rhodian and a Gans talking. And so how would you approach him, and what would you say, and how would you go about trying to get information about parents that you don't have a name for?
Hey, you know those 2 Mandalorians that died here? Yeah, you know anything about them?
Well, they weren't Mandalorian. Well, I don't know if they were Mandalorian, but if she was found and they made her a foundling, that doesn't...
Yeah, no, they weren't Mandalorians.
I think we figured out what house they belonged to because she had the blanket, and Colin kind of figured that out and gave her some information about it.
Yeah. So then I do have, so I forgot about that. So then I do have the information that Colin was able to provide with me.
Okay, so you know they were from a specific house, but there's usually several families that are from a specific house.
Right.
That have different
So
last names and stuff. Okay, so you have a little bit of something.
Yeah. So I guess what I would do is I would walk up to him with the blanket in hand, and with the symbol part for the blanket anyway, in hand, and I would be like, "Can you tell me where I can find the people that this symbol belongs to? I'm looking for them."
Okay, so you can do a streetwise roll, and it will be a red and 2 purple. You're in the outer rim, and you're asking outlaw type. The majority of people here are either tourists or outlaw, so it's upgraded because the chances of someone knowing it are not going to be that good. But there's still a chance you could run into someone that might be a tourist from the colonies, so they might recognize that symbol. So.
And you said it was red and
1 red, 2 purple, and streetwise because you're trying to get information.
Okay. Streetwise.
Okay, so in the particular bar you were looking for, no one has a clue about the symbol on your blanket. You would actually have to find out who the other drivers are. So you'd have to do something to figure out who the other drivers are, where they hang out.
No, I meant our drivers. Like an enhancer for their agility.
Oh, you might want to ask the driver that in person, in character.
I just meant like, would I be able to acquire those kinds of drugs to enhance.
Oh, yes, we
Are they
are on.
restricted or not?
They're
Because it looks like this quantum or neutron pixie and impact might be some good ones to use.
What's the rarity?
There,
So I don't know if anybody heard me. Colin was saying, "Hey, I'm going to go to town to do some shopping. If anybody needs anything or they want me to pick up anything, just let me know."
I
the
got all
rarity
my
is 6 for those, and they have a red sign, so I'm assuming they're restricted.
Yep. So go ahead and let Colin know what you want him to pick up.
Yeah, if he can get some a couple doses of impact and neutron pixie would
Yeah, if you could just type that in the Roll20 so I make sure I get everything that everybody wants.
Yeah,
for anybody that wants anything.
put the rarity as well so he knows.
That droid's a rarity 7, so you're gonna have to roll for that. There's gonna be a rarity 8 here.
Could I do an underworld check to see if I know anyone who might have the gas that we're the thing that we're looking for?
Tabana and spun gas. Yeah, underworld would definitely be what you need.
What's the check?
Do you have any history on this planet or on Cloud City in particular in your backstory?
No.
All right, so I would say 3 purple because it's a little harder than average.
Hey.
How you've never been here before.
Okay. Sounds easy enough. Hey.
All right. Yes, you do know. So you do have a good idea where you can get it. Now, the name and the territories are a little foggy, so you might be a little foggy on which section of town to go to, but you're pretty sure you know around the general area where you could get the hard spun Tibana gas.
Hey, Colin. I think I know where you can get the gas that we're looking for.
A general area.
Yeah, I know the general area for it.
Oh, where's it at? I'm kind of
it's-
familiar. I'm kind of familiar with this place, so.
Where's the area?
So it'd be in the Port Town area, which is levels 121 through 160 of Cloud City facility.
Yeah, it's
that's going down, correct? Not up.
Yeah, it's going down. The upper levels are the higher you go up, the
I'm gonna be honest. I might want somebody to come with me if I'm going down that low because it's kind of a shady area.
I can come with you. If we get into a fight, I like to come with you.
Well, that's my main concern is if a fight breaks out, somebody that can help me out with a fight because that tends to happen in the lower levels here.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Ketkam, do you have any ranks in computers?
Let me look. I don't think I do. I'm almost 100% sure I don't.
Am I the only one with ranks in computers?
Yeah, no, I don't have any ranks in computers.
So you are familiar, there are libraries here. And libraries typically retain news articles and stuff on Hollow News and stuff. So if you want, you can go to a library and spend a few hours looking at stuff that's happened around the time of you estimate when the accident happened.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. I'll definitely do that.
Okay, so you're going to go to one of well, you could just go to a couple of libraries looking for that kind of information. What were you trying to roll, Pata?
Oh, I saw everyone rolling force the force die. So I went to dice pool, adjusted force die to 1, and then tried hitting roll.
Oh no, you have to hit roll destiny.
Oh, is there a thing? I keep messing that up.
Yeah, if you go just below dice pool, you'll see a
there it
thing
is.
that says use light side, roll destiny. There you go. Hey, Pata, how many doses of each of those did you want?
If we could get, I assume we're hoping not to form a habit here, so probably 2 doses of each would be sufficient.
Okay.
The after effects would be sluggish reflexes for an extended period afterwards. So I would recommend that we take it right before the race, whoever's driving and gunning, and allow for some recovery time afterwards, where they're not being required to shoot their way out of anything.
Ooh, that.
All right. So 2 doses of each. That sounds like 450 credits. Tell you what, if you can pay half of it, I'll pay the other half.
Yes, I will. I'll hand over an even 400 because this is
There
part
are
of my
so
contribution.
many
And he'll. Okay, so 450. So he'll give you. Basically, he's only going to take 125 credits from you. Whatever you give him, he's going to hand back all but 125 credits to you. And he's like, and Colin will be like, I got the rest. Don't worry about it.
All right, if you insist. And I do explain. I think, am I going to be one of the people who's gunning? I make sure the driver understands that there will be some after effects.
Oh, yeah.
If you have the ability to help me out in winning the Sabak tournament overall, it may be beneficial for you to do that, since you'll be able to get a free entry and won't have to pay the 10,000 credits to get in.
Yes, I can. I mean, I don't even have to try too hard to win. I know some techniques to increase the effectiveness of others. So it would be if I had the reason to be at the table.
Okay, yeah, I kind of intended to take Star as my +1 to looks at her like with the little look of hope this doesn't offend you, to be a distraction to the other players.
Of course. It may not be worth the price of a buy-in for the kind of help I could offer you, so that would be something to consider. If we're not, I may just be nearby and trying to do what I can to distract.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, any help would be appreciated. Like I said, like I said, I was planning on taking Star, but any other help would be great as well. So. But yeah, anybody else need anything before I head out to market?
Okay, so it sounds like we're going to be splitting the group. So let's find out who's going with who and where. So Ketkam going to the library to look up some information. Does anyone want to go to the library with her? Or I mean him?
I guess I could just go on the drug run. I might be able to help out a little bit on that if there's going to be negotiation going on.
Okay. Did someone mention wanting to find out about the other drivers? Some information on them, or was that for something?
And how long? How far does this race again? You said it's another day or something.
Yeah,
it's tomorrow.
Oh, it might be good to have something on the drivers.
Oh, hey Nunku, did you want any other things for the cloud car, like attachments for it or anything?
Me think.
Actually, you know what, Jeff? Can I look on the HoloNet and see past races so we can get an idea of what this race is going to be like?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You could find
just basically look at highlight reels to get a general feel of what the course is.
It's actually going to be in the libraries where Ketkam's going, so that information will be there too from past news archives, past records.
I mean, so do we all just want to go to the library and then we'll split up from there? Because it sounds like there's some stuff that can benefit us all at the library, and then we could split up from there. What do you guys think?
Sounds good to me.
Because I have an idea, at least for one thing, for you to put on the cloud car, Nunku, but it really depends on what the course is like, if a smoke screen is going to help you or not. That was my thought.
I'll say, and then with when it comes to modding that car and stuff like that, Star's going to say something. So that Wiki woman that I met the other night, she seems to be pretty good at putting stuff together. Maybe I can give her a call, and for the right price, she might be able to help mod your car if you'd like.
Oh, did you meet someone?
I did. I beat her at Hintaro, and then luckily I was able to convince her not to tear my arms off, and found out after some good conversation that she's actually a pretty decent mechanic, and and so maybe I give her a call if y'all need help put anything on the car.
Yeah, I got some funds. You know how I am, easy come, easy go with the credits. So yeah, but let's go take a look at the course so we have an idea of what we want before we just willy-nilly spend money.
No, I don't think I want anything or anything else for the car. I already got all the stuff I need.
Oh, did you get some attachments for it?
Yeah, I got one.
Oh, okay.
All the others aren't good enough.
Okay, yeah, I was thinking depending on if it would work, a smoke screen to block the view of the other cars and maybe something that makes it easier for you to drive it. Some handling, basically.
Stun cannon.
And maybe someone that has some skill that could actually mod some of the attachments.
That's why Star Wars mentioned that in case you're having problems with these roles, you can hire Uraka out to pretty much to add the mods, and you can roll with her skills.
Sounds good. So, anybody opposed to go into the library first, doing a little research of the area, and then we'll kind of go our separate ways to do what we got to do?
I'm not opposed to it.
Sounds good to me.
I'm just going to head straight to the museum and see if I can wiggle my way into there, worm my way into there, and everything. Establishing the backstory.
Oh yeah, you got your own thing. That's right. Need any help setting up your disguise, your outfit, to be able to do this?
I prefer to do it by myself. 'Cause I gotta,
Oh, no problem. I was just offering. I was just offering. I'm pretty good at doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I can take any tips you have, and then when I put together, I could do that. I just not at there in person.
I think the only tip I could offer is what I found out about impersonating other people. The hardest part is getting people's mannerisms down.
Oh yeah, I have to work on that.
The not the looks, not the voice, their twitches and mannerisms.
I think I'll work on that before I head over there and work on my my skies. I think I probably might need a couple of skies as well.
And is that good enough to throw a boost for helping out, like when she starts to do her disguise, Jeff?
Yeah, that should be fine.
All
right, so I'll use this map for the streets above. Let's get some ambience.
So the streets above, this is the market, right?
Yeah, so we'll just use this little office area as a library.
Which office place?
Oh, top of the map.
Oh, cool.
Why is there music playing?
You put more than one on by accident?
No. I just said the cluster of the audience. You guys hear music too?
I do.
The startup music it shows, but it says Cloud City extension ambiance.
I never hear music over Roll20 because that's on my computer, and my computer's always muted, and I do Discord voice through my phone.
Try refreshing. I don't know why it was playing that. You get glitched.
Okay, so we said that the library was where?
Top middle, right where my character is.
Right,
oh, okay.
There we go. It was playing and wouldn't stop, so I had to delete it. All right. So here's the library area.
Would it be a perception check?
So it's bigger than this, but this is just so we have something to look at. So there's like computer comms, stuff like that. So if you're looking specifically for news items, in fact, now that we're inside of a building, change that up.
So yeah, so I'll go ahead and hop on one of the computers, and I will attempt to locate any information I can about the day that my parents died.
All right,
Yeah.
so that'll be computers check. It'll be
While Ketkam is doing that, I
Two
think I'm
purple.
going to go to the librarian, 1, to get the librarian's aid, and 2, to distract the librarian from any unsavory things others might be doing.
okay. So this Doris comes up. May I help you, sir?
And he's dressed in his fancy stuff. Yes, I'm wanting to do a little research to find the best spot to sit at during the cloud car race. I was hoping you could help me pull up the past few years, highlight reels and such. I'm not very good with computers.
Oh
So
yes,
could you help me out?
yes. We actually have like a little audience stands where a lot of people go with their hollow binoculars and other things like that. Let's see. This is a good area.
And you can move on to Ketkam. I was just kind of distracting the librarian in case Ketkam was trying to get in there and do
Wait,
some...
do we know about what Ketkam is doing?
So it's 2 purple. She's looking for information on her.
But do we know?
Yeah, I mean, when we decided to start this whole thing, I mean, I kind of gave
Okay.
everybody,
Okay, I'm just making sure.
yeah, everybody who's part of like the original crew knows. So like, since Namku was like part of the last campaign, like, so,
I
like,
think it's just Demarian and Pata that aren't fully in the know.
yeah.
Okay, I think I can help. So you said 2 purple, right?
Yes. Who's doing a skullduggery roll?
That's her disguise.
Oh, okay.
So I want that Triumph to upgrade their check.
Yeah,
For my disguise.
Wait. I have a rank in computers. I forgot to put that in here. Oops. Can I? Do I just roll?
Re-roll it with the
Okay.
correct dice pool.
Better.
What are you using with the computer?
Huh?
What are you
Oh.
using?
I'm trying to help her do the stuff to look for the stuff for her family.
What's your info, Cam? What's your intelligence?
Please
Well,
say 2.
I'm still in the middle of fixing it, but currently it's at 4.
But
Wow,
it
she's
shouldn't
smart.
be. Okay, it's not supposed to be that high. Let's just go with
Yeah, it's not
Nunku
supposed
helped
to
you.
be that high, but
Yeah, so Nunku helped you, and
Probably
we'll just
3.
go with his results.
okay.
So you can come up with a name for your parents. You find out that something that matches the description. About the day they were killed or found dead. They were found dead on their ship, in Cloud City. Apparently, a lot of the information is kind of hushed up, though. But you got their names. You got the date. So you at least have something to go off of now. But as far as that, the articles are very generic. They're actually don't really say anything about your house. They don't say anything about where they work. It's like a lot of information is purposely left out of the article.
Do we know where their bodies went for a morgue?
They were just their bodies. They don't really have. Yeah, it's strange. It doesn't mention any of that information. It just has their names, the day they were killed, and found on their ship.
Okay.
I'm assuming it was a planetary ship that was flying, or was it a freighter that was in a spaceport? I mean, I don't it's kind of up to you.
Yeah,
what's
it
your
would have been. It would have
backstory.
been a big ship because they would have been going from planet to planet and all that other stuff.
But
So
you said they
it
died
wouldn't
on
have been a
Cloud City,
planetary
though,
thing.
right?
Do what?
You said they died on Cloud City, though, right?
Yeah,
Were they in the port?
that's where they were found. Yeah.
Okay, so they're found on their ship in one of the ports in Cloud
Does
City.
it list any mentions of friends or family?
It does not mention anything other than just very basic details. It's almost as if it was highly scrubbed for anything other than the basics.
Can we go into the system to try to unscrub it?
So this is just the news, hollow news that was printed on that day, or well, not printed, but displayed on that day. So that's from the actual news source, and you guys can spend some more time looking up additional sources or something. But at least you got their names now, and you got the date it happened. So maybe that might be more useful to you. The problem is none of the articles mention anything about what they worked, what their business on Cloud City was. All that stuff was absent from the article.
Okay, and within the article, does it give me like a name of, like Dallas Times, like
Wait. Does
something
it
like
say
that?
does it say their last name?
Yeah. Ketkam
okay.
can come up with that. I don't know what she wants to use for her parents' names.
Hey, why don't we look up to see if there's anyone related to them using the last name? Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, if you think that'll work.
What will be the difficulty for that?
So, you'll probably want to use the last name and cross-reference it with the system in the colony system that the house is from.
Yeah. So, what would be the check for that?
So, do any of you have inner
what?
core world or inner? I think it's core world knowledge.
Let me check.
Let's see, core world.
No, I do not have core world. I don't have any ranks in it, but I do have 3 green.
Yeah, I have the same thing in core worlds.
All right, so it'd be a 3 purple check.
Okay. Boom. Hey.
Okay, so let me pull up my notes. Okay, so you found a little bit of information, mainly in a family tree, that has the mother's name under that clan. But it looks as if some information was erased. All the other members actually have who they're married to and offspring. But under the family tree, just list your mother's name, and that's about it. Under House Mercedes. So.
Darn Mandalorians killing each other because they don't like who they marry.
Well, you don't know the Mandalorians killed her. Mandalorians didn't say they killed her parents. But it's as if...
Pretty good guess.
Are you saying that out loud? So I think Nunku's saying that out loud in front of you, Ketkam.
At that point, then I would absolutely 100% be slightly offended, for sure.
Why are you booing me? I'm right.
Role play that out so we know what slightly offended sounds like.
All right. What are you talking about? There's no way. I mean, why would they kill my parents?
Well, probably because she married someone that they didn't like who else would gain from erasing another Mandalorian's history? Mandalorians. They want to scrub clean the dishonor. Duh.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, is that
And
neither one of my parents were Mandalorians.
Only one of them.
No, neither one of them.
But clan house.
Yes, that's because of the foundlings, of me being a foundling.
Wait, isn't it a coincidence that your Mandalorian adopters were there right after they died?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, a lot of the Mandalorian clans are bounty hunter type folks. So I mean,
Yeah,
they're
bounty
outstretched.
hunter.
They're outstretched all over the galaxy. So I mean,
I think your adopters might have murdered them, and when they were looting the ship, they were like, "Oh no, they had a baby. I feel guilty now. Now let's raise this person so that we don't feel guilty anymore." There.
but that just can't be, because why? I don't understand that. Why would you take in somebody's child that you just murdered?
Because you feel guilty.
Well, yeah, but that's not really the way of my people. Like we don't feel those kinds of feelings.
Sure.
So the Tapani sector is where your noble houses were.
And after keeping the librarian busy pulling up highlight reels and watching them, I will ask him, actually, I think I'd like to get a better look at all the races, the past 3 races, and I pull out my data pad and pass it to him. Could you help me could you help me download the past 3 races onto my data pad so I can take them back to the hotel and watch them when I have time? Basically, I'm trying to do a charm check to get out of having to do that work myself.
Oh, why, certainly, sir. We do have a small fee for transfer of data that leaves the library, to help keep the lights on. So 25 credits per video to be transferred.
All right, I'll get him to load the last 4 races. And that would be 100 credits, and I'll give him an extra 100 credits. Here, just count it as a donation to the library.
Oh, why thank you, sir.
Gotta play the part because I'm in fancy clothes after all. I'm in my noble regalia at this time.
Ah, yes, sir. So, you do notice that, so we'll just say your last name might be, or your mom's maiden name at least, was Myra, Mireya. And it shows that that your mother had a sibling whose maiden name was Lucille Myra.
She alive?
It actually has her listed on one of the planets in the Tapani system, which is in the core world area.
Okay, so after we get the Sabakan race stuff all done, then we can go over there and see if she knows anything about all this.
I'm not reading the chat very often. If you have a question, just ask me because I'm busy looking up stuff for the game. So.
Oh, I just didn't want to interrupt y'all talking.
All right.
Whenever you get to me.
What would you like to do?
So my character already made those rolls to Dawn of the Skies. create a disguise and also work on her persona for that. I was asking if I need to create any forged documentation. If so, it's going to be like a transfer letter, basically from like a sister company or something like that, with a hired on temporary just to assist with because of the exact tournament and stuff like that. They're expecting a large influx of customers.
So, I don't know what you would need. That's kind of up to your character. I'm
That's what I'm saying.
gonna
So in the rules, it say that I can do a two-purple check to create forged documentation. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you can do that.
All right, I'll make that check as well.
Okay.
And then after I get done with the librarian, I'll walk up to Pata and be like, so, should we go try to acquire those things that you needed?
Did you ask that too?
Yes. Do you think we'd need the extra muscle in case things go sideways?
I think the two of us will be fine. And also, he waves a data pad. I got some sort of a homework assignment to pass off to Nunku. This is the full races from the last 4 races, so he can get a feel for the track.
Oh, okay.
So he has an idea of what to expect. Good planning. I think I'll give you a boost on your race for that.
Thank you, Colin.
So
You're
remember
so
to-
helpful.
Remember to write that down though, because I might forget when the race gets here.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
For that triumph, either can I make it to where I'm like high management position, or if maybe just boost the or add a difficulty to not upgrade or something like that whenever I gotta present.
So is there a specific triumph option you want to use when creating false?
Let me see.
That'd be the easiest way, or use something that's similar. Okay.
And if y'all are good with it, I don't want to steamroll the session, but I'd probably come over here as I'm passing them by, pass off the data pad to Nunko and be like, here, this has got the full races for the last 4 races, for the last 4 Grand Prix if you want to study up to get a feel for the course.
You are wise and smart. There's so many smart people on this team.
I'm gonna Pat is gonna go with me, so you don't worry about going with me down there for muscle because you probably need to familiarize yourself with the course since you're gonna be in the race.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
I want to use for the Triumph false flag operation, and I can post it in chat, so I don't have to keep talking. But basically, they believe me unquestionably, and it's not a real big difficulty check. It's just a baseline difficulty, depending upon the nature of the lie.
Okay, just remind me whenever that comes into play. So your aunt, Lucille Myra, list her as living in the new Jarvis system. And it looks as if she is engaged to an Imperial officer in the Navy, the Royal Imperial Navy. So you got that information. So there's an Imperial connection.
Alrighty. And I'm not liking what I'm finding. Not at all.
Obviously not liking what I'm telling you because you're afraid it might be true.
Oh, you did get the ship's name. That might have been a slip up in the news report too. So that might be able to help you.
The ship's name? Ooh, what's this?
Freighter registered as the. Do you have a name?
Lost Soul.
Fossil or Bossel?
Lost Soul.
Soul.
How do you spell it?
Lost.
LOST.
Yeah.
And then Soul.
Okay, Lost Soul.
SOUL. Yeah.
Okay, And we'll say it's a YT 1300. Why not?
All right.
Is there anything that we could get from searching stuff like that, like who bought it, like who who did it come from, that type of stuff?
If you want that information, that's probably going to be in the boss records.
So, what records?
Boss records.
Oh, what would
They're
be
the,
the check for that?
Well, usually it's costs about 1,000 credits to gain access to the boss records. You'd probably have to find your equivalent of the space DMV or maybe a spaceport to gain access.
Could I sneak in?
Sneak into a digital record?
Yeah, like hack.
I don't think that'll go the way you want it to go with your computer skills, but you can always try.
Well, what would be the difficulty?
So first off, you'd actually have to go to a spaceport, and if you're gonna try to sneak in there, you have to like try to sneak past all the holo cameras and the security. And then
Can I go into the vent?
Do you have any slicer gear?
Do I need slicer gear?
If you're gonna slice into a computer, yes, you do.
Okay, I would like to go buy some slicer gear then.
Then you'll have to look up how much it costs and what the rarity and stuff is.
Okay, slicing tools.
Okay. So you've got some information. You could probably do some streetwise checks. Maybe in the dock area about the ship or your parents. So you got some information, some leads to go on. Pat,
Okay, yeah.
What does your character want to do?
I am going to be going out with Colin to acquire some substances for the race.
Okay, so we'll move you guys there.
Okay, and I guess before we leave, since I stopped and gave Nunku the data pad of the races, I'll ask Ketkam, find anything else that you might need me to help look into on your family?
I mean, I've found a lot of information out so far, and none of it seems to be very good. And Nunku here seems to think that a Mandalorian was the one who actually killed my parents, which I think is crazy. But that's his thoughts.
I mean, anything is possible, but like, what was the actual information you found?
Well, so we found an article about my parents' ship and them dying and stuff, and it basically gave me their first, their last names. Actually gave me the ship name that they were flying on that day, and looking up information further from that that's not attached to that article, Nunku found that apparently I actually have possibly a living relative, and my mother's maiden last name is Moira, so I have that now. But yeah, the big thing is having this other relative out in the galaxy somewhere.
And how long ago did this happen?
She was 4 years old, and he was 4 years old. He has a helmet on, so you don't know his age. But
well, that's why I was asking. How long ago was it this incident happened?
Oh, it's been quite some time.
Probably about, 18 years, 19 years ago? That's about how long yours happened,
Yeah.
right, Colin?
Yeah, I mean it's been say around 20 years. That'll work.
Mine was, let's see, he's 18 now. He had to start out at 15. So yeah, it would have been almost exactly 18 years ago for Colin.
Okay, so this incident happened 18 years for you, Ketkam.
Yeah.
Who is the Lord of Cloud City right now, Jeff?
Who is the administrative?
Yeah, the head person for Cloud City right now.
That is
Lando?
Lando Clarician. Yep.
And
The Baron
what kind of
administrator.
check? What kind of check would it be to try to figure out / remember who would have been the head 18 years ago?
You could look on the computers. I don't know if I have that offhand, but
You could just make some stuff up on the fly, honestly, if you want to. This is just leading into further lines of questioning for me.
Okay, so go ahead and do a. Someone can do a 3 purple. Just 2 purple computer check. Do a 2 purple computer check on the Baron administrator from 18 years ago.
I was actually thinking education or core worlds for me.
Okay, well, you guys are on library, so you can.
Yeah, I'm not good at computers, so I'm just thinking back into my education, basically.
Hey, do you guys need help?
Outer rim, so you could do an outer rim 3 purple, or
Do you guys need help with the computer?
education.
Sure, I'll go with education. You said 3 purple?
Well, I think I'm tempted to make it 4 just because Cloud City is.
That's
in
fine.
the outer
Just
rim.
let me know, because I'm trying to use an alternate skill other than computers.
Okay, so 4 purple for outer rim, because it's very specific to this planet versus the outer rim in general, and 3 purple education.
Oh, okay, yeah. 3 purple education. Okay.
All right. So I'll give you some strain. So you
That's
find
fine.
that the administrator, not long after the accident of her parents, also had an untimely suicide after losing a game of sabacc. And several other prominent people died in a ship accident. Their ship lost power and fell to the surface of the planet. And some other strange, prominent deaths happened around that period of time.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Jeff. In this timeline is...
Hold on. The news, Bespin News, was actually purchased by Imperial News Network that same year. And a lot of articles went missing.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Jeff. In our timeline, in the current timeline, Alderaan has already been blown the hell up, right?
No,
or blown up, right?
Doesn't happen for 2 more years.
Ah, okay.
We're 2 years before the Battle of Yavin.
If you all will excuse me for a moment, I think I'm going to go speak to the librarian again, and I'm going to find the librarian.
Oh, yes. How may I help you, Master?
Master Librarian, I have, well, a need that I'm hoping you might be able to facilitate for me.
I will do my best, Master Noble.
I'll present him my documentation for my alternate identity, the Alderanian noble Joseph Craig.
Ah, Alderaan. We get quite a few tourists from that sector.
I was hoping you could either set up something for me or direct me to the person who could set up a meeting with the administrator for Cloud City for me.
Oh, Baron Administrator Landor Clarisian, huh?
Yes, there's some things I'd like to discuss with him.
Well, if you catch his eye in Sabak, he's always up for that. Otherwise, going through the proper channels, he's usually pretty busy. But I can get you in contact with one of his secretaries to see if they can pencil you in an appointment.
Yes, and he'll kind of look at him. And do you happen to know if there's a way to help grease those wheels to possibly expedite the request?
Well, the Baron Administrator, in addition to really loving the game of Sabak, also has his own chair at the Grand Prix every year. That might actually be the best chance because he's out kind of actually in public, and he likes to have some photo opportunities to say hello and a little small talk with the locals to keep his popularity high. So if I were you, maybe at the Grand Prix, that might be a good opportunity to kind of grease the right palms at the right moment to get an audience with him.
I hear he has a flair for liking high quality capes as well.
Oh, well, I wouldn't know about that, but his cape looks pretty high quality to me. The one he's currently seen wearing around here. Very fancy looking. Very expensive.
Okay, thank you.
My pleasure, Master Noble.
I'm going to come back to Ketkam, but I'm going to be like, I'm going to try to get some more information. It's going to cost me a lot of money, but I'm good.
So Ketkam, pretty much all the legal aspects, especially with that information about the Imperial News Network purchasing the Bespin News back then, which might explain why the articles look like they're missing data that is usually on articles. So maybe you need to go to a more seedier section of the city to maybe talk to some more shadier individuals to find out what's really going on beneath the surface. And that's kind of, if I'm not mistaken, where Colin and Pata were planning on going anyways, to look for some illegal drugs and other items away from the stormtroopers.
Absolutely. Let's go. I'll look at Pata and them, and I'll be like, well, it looks like I'll be tagging along with you guys. I've got some business I need to conduct in the lesser to do.
Oh, Colin, I think I found something that could help us help with this. I'm gonna need you to help me get a data breaker.
Okay. I'll look back to Pata. There's been a turn of events, so I'm gonna have to spend a boatload of money, so I may not be able to cover any of the cost of the things you guys needed.
No, don't worry. I'm covering the cost for the data breaker.
Oh, I know. I was talking to Pata because about the things he was wanting.
Oh yes, I can cover the cost of these things. It's the least I can do. As long as we manage to all these leads pay off and we get our payday at the end, shouldn't be a problem.
We got big payday.
And Jeff, you and Demarion are both big into crafting. What is that term when you commission? Yes, that's what it is. I need to make a stop by one of the high-end places before we go to the lower levels.
Well, you're in the higher end spot, so
Yeah, I'm gonna go to one of the fancy clothing markets real quick before we descend the levels.
okay. So, how about next door, where these weapons are? We'll say that there's also clothes and stuff.
Is this like the fancy, expensive place, basically to get luxury items?
Yeah, this is the top of the dome. is where you guys are at. That's why you got stormtroopers out here in
Okay.
ATDP.
So two things I need to buy. One, they're both kind of luxury items. One is what I want to do. It's technically under gear. It's called the expensive jewelry, but I'm going to narratively flavor it as a fancy evening gown that fits Star. But basically, the bonuses and stuff, it's going to fall under being expensive jewelry, but I'm going to narratively flavor it as a dress instead of jewelry.
Okay.
Secondly, I want to do a little role play with the merchant there because I want to commission the making of an exquisite cape.
Okay. We could use the chart under selling crafted items and stuff.
Yeah, basically, I want it to be a crafted cape because I'm thinking, okay, if I can, he's got a fancy for capes, and if I can get a really nice one crafted to present to him as a gift, that's even more leverage that I got to get a quicker meeting with Lando.
So what as far as the charts, is it going to be a tool or what? Or is it
Probably like a, I don't know, charm or negotiation or deception type tool.
So I know armor, you can spend advantages to actually get a free advantage whenever you're using specific skills. I think negotiation's one of them.
Yeah, it's any general skill for safety features, and basically I'm trying to pay for the 2 Triumph Supreme Craftsmanship. I'm going to drop 10k to get this cloak made.
So, yeah, I guess.
And it's not something I'm keeping. Basically, it's narrative dropping money to get something crafted for a gift for Lando, so I can actually get a meeting with him to speak with him. Is my goal.
Okay, well, if it's just narrative, yeah, you can get. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, because I don't intend on keeping it. It's literally a bribe to be able to get a in-person meeting with Lando as quickly as I can.
Okay, so you can go next door and do that.
Okay. The only one that is going to be keeping is the expensive jewelry dress for Star to wear for the Sabacc tournament.
Okay.
So, how much do you want me to mark off for that item? I'm willing to do 10k because that's what it costs to buy one of Lando's capes in the Gadgets and Gears book.
Well, then, yeah, you just buy him another version, but a shinier one. Or shinier looking. I don't know. Maybe a slightly different color, but it looks exactly the same unless you compare it next to the one he's wearing.
Okay, basically he's got a different color option to choose from. That works.
but no one will notice unless you're like looking at the two side by side. It's that subtle a difference. That just means it's much more expensive.
Like I said, this is just a bribe to get this meeting with Lando so I can question him about his predecessor and get more information for Ketkam's thing.
Okay, I'm gonna have to watch some videos so I can get his accent down.
I've come up with a shopping list for Pada. Some of these are just kind of desired items. Some of them are mission essential. Did a little bit of looking in the drug stuff. So he's got kind of a list of things that he wants to try and look for once we get to that part.
Okay, so George, I got I'll go get a slicer gear, and then I'll be able to break into the port, and then I'll be able to see the information about the ship that your parents were killed on, to see like the buyer and stuff like that.
What's your intelligence at?
3.
Go ahead and make a simple intelligence roll as to whether that would be a good idea.
Simple is what again?
Please
no
fail.
difficulty.
Please fail.
Just roll
Please
your
fail.
intelligence.
Please
And
fail.
then before we head down to the slums area, Colin's gonna change out of his fancy clothing back into his normal clothing, which is the N57 armor.
I don't know how to make an intelligence check.
Whatever your intelligence is, put that many green dice there.
Okay.
And in fact, you could even do an education if that's easier. Just do an education roll. No difficulty.
Okay.
Give him a bonus.
So close to
Okay.
fail.
As you're thinking about it, you are severely out. You lack equipment and the manpower and absolutely just about anything you can think of in order to pull this off. What you're wanting to do is an even bigger job than the job that you guys have accepted that you're getting paid $35,000 to do.
It is?
Yes. And if you fail, you got to do a new character because I don't think anyone wants to wait around while your character figures out how to break out of prison.
I could just bring one of the Urdax back.
Okay. So we're not going to waste time on that.
Okay. Fine.
And once we leave the high end shop, Colin's just going to look to Ketkam. Yeah, that 10K that I just dropped, that was totally so I could get a meeting with the Baron Administrator to figure out more info on your situation.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, can I at least give you something? I mean, I feel so bad for you just dropping that.
I'm pretty confident I'll win it back at the Sabak tournament. I'm not too, credit. That's what credits are for, to spend. Don't mind.
Okay, well, man, I appreciate this so much. This means just
No problem. I had my own trials and such learning about my true past, so I understand and I get it.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate all the help.
So,
What if you don't like the answer you get?
I'm gonna have to
What do
learn
you
how
do?
to live with it.
Lando's been the Baron Administrator for about 5 years.
Are we back on the ship yet? Because I was telling the party I'm going to have to stop at the ship and change before we go to lower levels.
Oh, you don't want to change in one of the dressing rooms?
No, because I didn't lug my armor from the ship
Okay.
onto wherever else.
All right.
Your
Going
armor
to the
restricted.
ship. Does anyone need anything on the ship?
Check on that crate drag and make sure they didn't get loose.
That's
you should probably
that's
fill
another
the
reason
drag.
why I was going back to the ship, if I'm being honest. And once we're on the ship and the safety of, we know nobody's overhearing, he'll kind of have a little conversation with Ketkam. It's like, yeah, you might not like what you find. I found out that my parents were killed by someone high up in the Empire's higher command structure. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I really honestly just don't know what to believe. I mean, I know Nunku made that crazy accusation about the Mandalorian killing my parents. And, this whole time I kind of in the back of my head thought maybe it was Imperial officers or I don't know, troopers, I don't even know, that did it. And
Mine were killed by one of the Emperor's hands. I don't know which one yet, but one of them.
yeah, it's just really hard to try to piece everything together, and then once piecing everything together, accepting.
Just because out of character, I'm not gonna insert Vader's name. I don't want to do that.
Yeah. How do you know that? Do you even know that? I was gonna have.
No, all I know was it was a political execution, essentially.
Okay, because I got some details that could come out.
And that's why I was leaving it vague. And that's why I was leaving it vague, as if my character doesn't even know exactly the situations.
Okay, yeah, because Demarian's working on an entire venture that takes place on Mandalore to get more answers. So.
And that's why I kept it vague. All I know is somebody high up in the Empire that was working for the Emperor.
Well,
that's kind of
story. The official story that the Empire and Imperial News have put out was that
the official story is they were killed by the rebels.
Yeah, it's some rebel faction.
Yeah, that's the official story.
Okay. So, in fact, the news article leads the viewer to suspect that some, Well, the rebellion wasn't really referred to as a rebellion back then. So insurgents, I think, is
We're
what
the
they.
terrorists.
Well,
Insurgents
well, the
were
reason I
suspected of
don't know,
Kekam's
the
parents'
reason
murder.
the reason I left it as I don't know who, but it wasn't the rebellion, was because he knows that it wasn't the rebellion, but that's why his grandfather is so hateful against the rebellion, because his grandfather still thinks it's the rebellion, but he's figured out enough that it's not the rebellion, but not the full story.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys ready to go to the lower levels now?
Yep, I just had to change.
So, wait, does it cost anything to get into the museum where the droid is?
So that's what I'm trying to do right now.
Yeah,
is I'm
it
waiting
costs
for my turn.
it costs entry fee of 35 credits per person to go.
Okay,
to the museum.
I would like to go in there and start casing the place, but is there a way that I could use my stealth to make it seem like I'm not casing the place?
Namku, I told you I was going to try to get you a job. I just gotta get in first.
So, does anyone else want to go to the museum at the same time Nunku does? That way we're not diverting story for just one person.
I did already make my rolls.
So, okay, so, so I guess while you're on the ship, while he's changing, you run into Pat's character who's done some stuff too.
I wouldn't go back to the ship. I'll have to go back to those beams. I'd have to stay in the motel.
Oh,
Do all
okay. He'd be at the motel. My bad. Okay. So, are you not going to the city then? Or are you gonna head towards the museum?
Yeah, I'm gonna head towards the museum.
All right. Well, then I'll do the city part first, since I think there's 3 players going there. All right. So down to the slummy city area. Darker. There's Ugnaughts, Lutrolians here. A lot of scum and villainy looking aliens walking the streets, giving you guys looks, trying to sum you up and the value of the equipment you're carrying. So I guess you guys can place yourself wherever you want on the map. Just let me know so I know where to pan to.
So is my character walking through here to get to the museum?
No, the museum's on the top level. These guys are like 120 levels or more down.
Oh, okay.
I put my drug shopping list in the planning a heist chat because it didn't really translate well to Roll20.
So, where do you guys want to start on this map?
I think everything is over rarity 4 here.
Everything's +1 rarity, but yeah, it's just like. All right, but did I put you guys' characters on the map?
Yeah, you're gonna have to roll negotiation for anything over rarity 4. It's gonna start with the 2 purple and work its way up, depending upon the rarity.
Okay, are you guys going to that little 4.5 cantina?
Ketkam should remember it from last session.
Yeah, I remember. We're gonna go. Hello. The fudge.
Something wrong?
Yeah, my screen froze. Okay.
Oh, okay. So I guess Colin, you want to meet them in the 4.5 cantina?
Yeah.
So this one looks like it has some like labor droids that look a little out of place serving drinks, like they've been repurposed. They're usually like a bolt loader droid up in the far right corner.
Alrighty.
Is your old computer?
So what were we?
Oh, you're gonna want to do streetwise to find some information out about the ship and your parents' names, and if anyone remembers anything from about 18 years ago.
Yeah. All right. And what's the difficulty?
So, 2 purple, but I'm gonna use a dark side point. So 1 red and one purple streetwise.
1 red, 1 purple. All right, streetwise. Skills. One. Let's see. I'll use my doohickey that I have for streetwise.
All right. So,
Thank God I did.
yeah. So you find out a few people remember that. They remember a Mandalorian-looking Fang ship firing upon it. And how it's very hush-hush, though, because the not long after the incident, a lot of people that had direct knowledge started disappearing or having accidents that were fatal.
Hmm.
Can you guys calm down on the chatter on Discord? It makes a noise every time you guys are messaging. You guys can always jump to another channel if you need to have a separate discussion. You can jump to game channel 1 or 2 and then come back to the general channel.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm just going to take my information, internalize everything, and let everything just kind of seem like it's okay until they get back with Nunku and Colin again. And then I'll kind of explain what I've found.
Okay. Colin, are you with them? You're going down to the shady area to find illegal goods, right?
Mm-hmm. He is.
Is your
Okay.
chat not working? I'm not hearing you for talking, Colin.
Colin, you there?
I think they were in a game chat channel.
Yeah, we were in the game channel. Oh, so does he roll? If he's got to roll multiple times, does you just want one group roll if he's looking for like rarity 5 or rarity 6 parts? I mean items.
Sorry about that. I missed something. What was the question asked to me?
All right,
Oh, there you
I was
are.
asking if you were with Ketkam and Pata on the lower decks looking for restricted.
Yeah, because they were looking to buy restricted stuff, and I'm thinking, other than Demarian's character, I'm probably the best one at finding that stuff.
Yeah,
Okay,
I can find non-restricted stuff better, but yeah.
Okay, so you could. They went to the 4.5 bar. That'd be a probably good spot to go to find someone that's in the black market business.
What's the rarity adjustment here on Cloud City? Because the highest rarity is the glitter stem, which is rarity 7 restricted.
It's the exact same as Skip 1 because you guys are near a popular trade route, but you're in the outer rim. So
Okay, so it would be
+1.
difficulty 8 then?
Yes.
My streetwise is only a 1, but I got 4 ranks of cunning.
I got 4 ranks of cunning and a streetwise of 1 as well, and a boost on streetwise.
Wow, so much cunningness.
So I guess if you're helping, I'll get a boost.
Yeah, I can help you over the comms if you need assistance.
He's waiting at the.
Oh, no, that's Demarian. I thought that was somebody that's actually with us.
I could also upgrade you if I'm nearby and I do a deception check. Using.
I'm pretty confident if somebody just wants to help me out and give me a boost.
Can you put your character on the map next to Ketkam and Pata?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I could probably give a boost because I got negotiation and charm.
I mean, it's just an assist, and any character can assist another character for a boost.
Man, the aliens
Is
are
this
rocking the music tonight.
Since Pat is helping, he probably could assist you, give you a boost.
I'm gonna tell everyone that I'm right.
So is this the merchant guy? Or do I need to make the streetwise roll to...
You're
do I need
streetwise
to
to ask
make
around and find out
Oh,
which
gotcha.
people you talk
Okay.
to. It's just a generic to speed things up. So these
Gotcha.
Clatoonians over here are actually part of a band. They're playing the music you're hearing now. They're kind of rocking it.
Okay, so that's looking like a 4 difficulty. I'll just go with the highest so I don't have to make 2 separate rolls. Sounds good.
Yeah, sounds good.
I will second chances 2 of the green, the 2 green that only had 1 advantage each.
Okay. That big old blue robot has some speakers built into its chassis. That's where the music's coming from.
So 2 success, 2 advantage.
All right, so you're able to find it. We'll say this guy right here has got some of the stuff you're looking for.
All right.
So if you want to negotiate a price, it'll be 2 red and 1 purple. If you want to try and get it lower.
2 red and a purple, you said?
Yeah, if you want to lower it, try to get the price lowered by it.
Let me see. Trying to look at my skills real quick. Okay, I'll spend a strain in congenial, so that's 1 red and 2 purple because I downgrade it. And those 2 advantages I'll just use to give me boosts, if you're okay with that.
Yeah.
So I just get it at cost, no big deal.
Okay. So here you go, Chimiwanga, Tokator, Jika.
All right.
Guess that was Hut T's pleasure doing business for you.
He'll give a nod. He won't speak it, but he'll give a nod as if he understood it and look to Pata to pass off the credits to the guy and take possession of the items.
All right, so I hand over, or I transfer the. It's just that cost. That's $23.75 for all my goodies.
What was it you got? 2 impact and 2 glitter stem. Was that right?
What's that?
What all was it that you got? I wasn't sure.
Impact. There were. I expanded the list. I got some gunjack spice to if we get an opportunity to drug the other drivers. Okay. I got some questioning stuff for if I have to question anybody, and then the impact and the neutron pixie.
Okay, yeah, you just keep up with it. I was just kind of the middleman.
All right, so you guys got what you needed down here?
I think so, unless Ketkam needed anything while we were down here that wasn't quite on the up and up legal.
She heard a little disturbing news about this typical Mandalorian. I forget what the ships are called, but those ones that they use on Mandalore a lot, shooting at her plane and
the V-Fang and stuff or something.
Yeah, and then a lot of people disappearing or having accidents afterwards. So it's been kind of hush hush, and no one really talks about it.
Yeah. When y'all was asking where I was, my wife had just got home with the 2 kids, so I was dealing with them quickly.
Yep, life has to take precedence.
But yeah, so I'll go ahead and I will just relay the information that I've gained to Colin about my parents. So I'll just tell him basically, you know, that from what I have gathered, apparently it was a Mandalorian ship that was firing at my parents' ship.
The Protectorate ships, the Mandalorian Protectorate, whatever those are called. Those type of ships are firing.
Well, like I said, I'm intending to have a conversation with the administrator, and if there were records and he has access to his predecessor's records, they may contain more information, which is my whole goal in getting this meeting with him.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I mean, we both operate in the same circles from time to time, so he might have gotten wind of my name, I don't know, or maybe my alias name, I don't know.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's fine. I just wanted to let you know that I had found out at least that little tidbit of information.
Oh yeah, I was just saying I'm gonna try to go to the source and figure out what the source says versus what we're gathering hearing there.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
All right, you ready to go to the museum now?
Sure.
All right. So Nunku.
Yes.
And
Where's the entrance
star
for this?
number 1 up at the top? Put your
Number
characters
1,
in the number 1 spot. There's typically between 30 and 60 creatures and tours here. So there's a bunch of people
I need
here.
to link it to the character, that token stuff.
What? Are you not dragging your character over? I reset the token, so you should just be able to drag your character over, and it has all the stats.
Okay, let's have a see.
Yeah, drag your character over. It should have everything.
Could I use my stealth to make it seem like I'm not casing the place?
Yes. So
Well,
there's cameras around the room, and if
so
you want to
what's the
avoid
difficulty?
the cameras, it's gonna be a 3 purple to avoid cameras in each of the rooms that you go into.
Oh.
When you enter the room, let me get on that map so I can tell you what you see.
Oh, does that work?
Yeah, so main entrance, you guys come in through the main entrance. Then you see, let me zoom out a little.
So
Okay,
before I came here, I got some professional attire to put on, like a pantsuit or something like that, to look the part for what I created for my paperwork.
Okay. So let's put this guy here. Okay, as you guys are entering the museum, you see a large statue right there. The reception area is dominated by a massive statue rendered in varying shades of Dolomiite. The statue depicts a middle-aged human in a well-tailored flight suit with slick black hair. It's a statue, so I don't see how it's black, but the inscription reads simply, Excelsius Fig, a small and old-fashioned information console stands. Oh, it says Excelsius Fig. And then there's a small and old-fashioned information console that stands by the door. A Lutrilian male with a friendly and alert expression and a gleaming silver C3 protocol droid manned the large wooden table set up beside an electro turnstile, whatever that is. Oh, I guess that's this round desk area thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's several people buying tickets in front of you.
That man, he's so OP.
So, and you see a security droid among the crowd of people that's patrolling the area.
Okay, so I'm gonna walk up to the front desk and immediately ask to speak to the manager in charge of the facility.
Hello, and welcome to Fagan Associates Museum. It'll be 35 credits per person today. Are you guys in a group?
Oh, I'm sorry. You might have me mistaken with a customer here. I'm actually here to see the manager.
Oh, well, that would be me. I
Alright.
kind of am in charge of things during the day. And what can I help you with, a young lady?
So I'm gonna present my paperwork and introduce myself as Jerry Quirrell.
Oh. Oh, are you an employee? You should be going through the employee entrance. Did they not tell you that
Yeah.
during orientation?
So actually, no, I'm not new. I'm new here to this location. I was actually just transferred. And so here's my paperwork right here to show that. So they asked me to come help you guys out since they think it's gonna be a busy time doing this time with this tournament going on and the race and all.
Did you just say you transferred? Where'd you transfer
Yes.
from?
From the museum down the street.
That's not part. This is the only Fig and Associates museum in Cloud City. You mean you?
Whatever museum this one has a sister store to. Whatever. Is it's on Cloud City or
Maybe you mean you quit the crappier museum to come work for the best of the best on Cloud City. That might be what you meant to say.
No, like so
Does
my does this place have so I'm gonna spend a life side point to this character. This place has a sister store.
It doesn't though.
Cloud City.
It doesn't. Fig and Associates a private museum, just like the Dallas Museum of Art is a private
Oh,
museum.
it's
Or
private.
the Crow,
Okay.
the
All
Crow
right.
Center.
So she got so then she gonna say she got hired on to be a manager or something like that. Like I said, top one of the top things. That's what the paperwork says.
So manager, huh?
Yes, they seem to like my skills. I seem to be pretty good with talking to people.
Mm-hmm. Let me see that paperwork. What's he got to roll to
Hands it over.
What?
So because I got a triumph on it, I chose the false flag operation. Character deception is so completely that the subject is entirely fooled and unquestionably believes the character's false identity. Deception checks she makes against the subject for the remainder of the session do not require an opposed check. This will be made at a baseline difficulty depending on the nature of the lie.
So what would be the difficulty if he's suspicious?
If he's suspicious, I probably would say, I guess since it's they believe it without any being suspicious. It says they completely agree they completely are fooled by it.
Okay.
They don't doubt the possibility of my character.
It says here that
I gotta make a lie. I have to lie at a base difficulty.
Okay, well it says here you're here for a manager position, but I don't know. I'm not seeing this this really good speaking with people so far. But you know, maybe you're just got a different mode for whenever you speak to the customers. But
well,
who are you supposed to report to?
Employees, with my new ideas and stuff I have.
Yeah.
For,
so who are you supposed to report to? I did not receive any information about your arrival today.
Oh, I'm sorry. They didn't tell you about that. What was his name? I'm sorry. Let me a second here. I'm gonna start start saying names and stuff, and convince him kind of to release the name of the person at the same time. It's like the name was let me think. It was started with a no. It was a T no. It started with So what's that? A charm and what am I rolling? against?
3 purple. In fact, let me give you some more light side points. I'm gonna use a dark side and upgrade it. All right, so it'd be a red and 2 purple.
And that's strong, right? Alright. I'm gonna use a light side 2 as well. And I'm gonna take, I think it's a strain or 2. Let me check what I need to take. So I can use my cunning instead of my presence. It's two strain. I'm gonna take 2 strain.
Okay. Roll that beautiful bag of bean footage. All right. Oh.
Hey.
You must be Mr. Grayson. Oh, yes. Well,
Mr. Grayson, that's right. How could I forget that name? It's just so catching on to the tongue and everything.
well, let me go ahead and have his men escort you then to the security. I guess they're expecting you. You go with that?
Yeah, I'm just writing the notes down.
All right.
I will follow along then, so I can get the lay of the land.
So, oh well, he comes and gets you. What's Nunku doing?
Buying a ticket?
Okay.
I thought you get it
Bernaxus. And you are?
Hi, I am a
No,
Nenku.
not you. This is for Pat's character. Sorry.
Yes, my name's Jerry Quirrell.
Yeah, so what business do you have at the museum today?
I'm the new manager. Did they not tell you? I guess you were supposed to show me around.
Yes. Manager of what, though? Are you the security manager, or are you like the day shift manager? What type of manager are you?
Manager of operations, so I guess I gotta go get the whole feel of the whole place. So security, everything.
Okay. Wasn't aware we had a position like that. But I guess your paperwork checks out. Okay. And then to Nunku. Welcome
Hi,
to Thick and Associates. That'll be 35 credits. No one has weapons, right? Because you just went through a weapon scanner.
Wait, we went through a weapon scanner?
Yeah, there's a scanner right here.
Oh,
I
would it?
have cap gloves on. Is that going to be a problem, or do you have to roll for that?
So
Would it?
they let you know they do have lockers for you to put your stuff in. That is, no weapons are allowed in the museum. So they have a locker.
Oh
you
wait,
can
would
put your
it be able
stuff in.
to? Would it be able to sense the weapon that's integrated into my armor?
Probably.
Is there? Could I use?
Chance. There's a chance it could detect it.
Could I use stealth to hide it?
So you could try.
So would it be? Would I be able to use stealth?
Yes, you can try.
Okay.
Notice the gloves. It's a daunting perception check on the opposing person if they want to see if I have a glove. They need to have gloves on.
What would be the difficulty?
All right, so if you're gonna sneak them through, then just do 3 purple stealth or skullduggery for Pat's character. So 3 stealth since yours. Okay, so you're good. Their security system's not as good as the spaceport. So Star, your character can do a 3 purple skullduggery to hide them on your persons. Oh, you said it's a daunting. Okay, well, I'll roll 3 then. 3. You said it's 4 purple.
Daunting check, perception check to notice that I have
All
them.
right. They notice. So, ma'am, we do have lockers for you to put your.
Oh yeah, this place, they have no idea what you're gonna run into, so you gotta keep prepared. So yeah, show me where the lockers, and I'll go ahead and put them up.
All right, so lockers at the
Which I'm
front.
totally
of
not
the-
gonna put them up. Oh, they're in the front. There's no employee area around away from these scanners.
You just put yours in the front. See this wall?
Okay,
right
I'll put
here?
them up. I
We'll
don't
just
think
say
I'm gonna
this
ever run
wall.
into 3 gangs either. Okay, so I'll go
That's
put them
the
up real quick.
lockers. All right, so you pay your 35 credits, Nunku.
Yes, I did.
Welcome to Fig and Associates. Enjoy your stay. There's
And while I'm here,
signs that
ahead
say
and
no flash holotography on different exhibits. So mind the rules and please don't touch any of the exhibits.
Okay.
Before we walk in, I'm gonna pull out my data pad and take thorough notes of everything that I see, like positions and stuff like that. And if I need, I'll try to this guy, the fact that I'm just taking an interest of everything, make sure everything, how everything's laid out, everything, trying to see how this looks, if there's any way we can improve it or anything like that, since
All right, so you can look at the numbers on the floor. So in section 3 is the hallway exhibition Beauty of Bespin. Electronic signs flash and glow, advertising the beauty of Bespin in a host of languages through an otherwise dimly lit canvas hallway. A number of large and impressive glass containers have been installed around the room, each containing a slowly shifting landscape, rendering it in colored glasses and held in place by energy fields. All right, so that's number 3. So you can see, I guess that's this area right here. And then if you keep walking into this room, is someone trying to talk? I hear some static on Discord.
I'm not seeing anything.
Okay. This is the exhibition room, Reflection on M, XIM. This room is a jumble of paintings, sculptures, and cases filled with a motley mix of artworks and archaeological finds. In fact, in this case right here, has a stone with a droid partially sticking out. It's actually the droid.
Wait,
of
what
Yavin
number? Wait, what number?
in room
Okay,
number 4.
so that's the.
That
key.
display case right here has the Droid of Yavin in it.
Can you
what
ping
you
it
guys-
again?
The Droid of Yavin. That's where you guys were
Okay, there.
hired to steal. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's filled with a motley mix of artworks and archaeological finds from M, the Despot region. Of course, there's a sign around this that says this is from the. There's like a sign saying this is not part of the M exhibit. This is from a Yavin sector on display, as the Jewel of Yavin also happens to be on display at this museum. So they have like a tiny little Yavin section to go thematically together. Okay, so
While we're walking and I'm taking notes, I'm gonna talk to him. Just like this small chit chat and stuff like that. Get to know the guy, and find out stuff like. So tell me about this place. About the place here. About the employees. How do you like it here? How long you been working here?
seeing how you might be my boss, this place is an excellent place to work. The employees are all hardworking, no complaints, and you got a job for us to do. We will get it done.
That's good to know. Thank you. You shouldn't have to worry about me though. Just do your job that you're paid to do, and we should have no problems.
That's what we always do, ma'am. Okay, in this section
I'll also ask
is
about
the Hollow
the
Pigs
three of this
Gallery.
place.
This
What's that?
gallery is hung with a number of wide sheet-like screens showing landscapes and space vistas. These are not photographic captures, but layers upon layers of graphic paintwork built into three-dimensional scenes. The hollow pigs are stunningly beautiful, and the light levels can be adjusted to better suit the eyes of the viewer.
Oh, wow.
All right, you've been in this section already. So down there, this is where our trash dumpster is. So anything that needs disposed of or whatnot, it'll be thrown away down there. That's where excess waste goes from the cafeteria.
Then I'll try to get like pickup schedules and stuff like that when it's gotta be taken out, when it comes picked up. That way make sure everything gets taken out on time and stuff, and disposed of properly, and know when to have it done by.
All right. They're not there. All right, then this is the auction room. We have auctions every now and then, and this is where our auction stuff goes. Right now, we don't have any auctions. I know at some point in the future they will be auctioning off the Jewel of Yavin, but that's not happening this time. So
Okay. So then I have any auctions anytime in the future.
they'll have an auction in the future, but not during this. Not now. There's no auctions happening anytime soon. That way, if someone wants to GM the Jewel of Yavin, they can. A big chunk of the Jewel of Yavin's being ripped off for this adventure I'm making up.
Okay.
But not everything, so I've changed it up. Alright, then this is the exhibition room, Wonders of the Galaxy. This door leading into the exhibit is flanked by a pair of life-size replicas of brass soldiers of Oxum, hollow pics of the Imperial Palace on Coruscant, and the Dawn Pyramid of Agula proudly decorate the walls. Okay. The Dawn Pyramid of Agula proudly decorates the walls. They need some punctuation in the descriptions. All right. A glass cabinet displays archaic finds from recent excavations on Coruscant's ice crypts. Scale models of the towering Shaken Spire and the Caligus automation of Tomo Wreath have been placed by the walls near the inscriptions of inspiring quotes from the Celebratus Archive in the halls of knowledge on Fatine. A replica of a section of the Alaskan mosaics that cover the floor in gleaming tiles, and a sculpture of Belcloth's beacon hover in the center of the room. A section of sounds from the cathedral winds on vortex is piped into the room for added ambiance. Right.
The droid took over to show me. Alright, so these droids are security droids, I take it.
It's a security droid. All right, then this is the Tap Cafe. The Tap Cafe provides a comfortable setting for visitors to relax and enjoy hot drinks and snack food. Its atmosphere is its atmosphere is sedate and almost tropical, decorated with numbers of large potted plants. An industrial automation COO cook droid tends the counter, whirling quietly as it gathers empty glasses and plates.
Is that a bathroom over there?
Yep. Here's a refresher.
Okay. She's gonna say she needs to go use the restroom quick. She's like, pardon me. Is that a restroom over there? Do you mind if you take a few minutes to go over there?
Yes, the refresher as well as the emergency exit, which we also use as an employee entrance.
She's gonna go down there and take a look at it and everything, because she knows that wall is opposite of the exhibit over there and stuff like that, and see. I guess how is there any way to get to that employee entrance to get into here? Is it all sealed up or anything? You be done?
It's a glass door. It's an emergency exit that has, well, not glass because there's no. Okay, it's Dura crystal door that looks like it has some reinforced blast doors that can be activated upon some issue, but right now it's like a regular door that can be used as an emergency exit where an alarm will sound, but it also has a code cylinder reader for
Does it have
people
is
to
it
bypass the
employee
alarm to use
you
it.
said as well? You said
Yeah.
okay, so employees can come in and out of it.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna be right back in like a minute. I need to use the restroom.
Okay. Oh, go ahead. I guess while she's in there using the bathroom, I'm gonna report back to you, Will, or anyone else who can pick up a comm channel from here, and tell you that I found a way into the museum. I pulled them on my operations manager, and they believed it. And so I kind of got a lay of the land, and when I come back, I'll show you everything I found out, as well as like an employee entrance and stuff like that. And,
You telling Colin that?
Yeah, I'm telling everyone that they can pick up the comm from us.
Oh. Yeah. This seems like it's gonna be fun.
I think with me being operations manager, no could probably get you in here too. Maybe get you a night crew or something like that.
I'm a security guard.
You're gonna be a security guard. Okay, I'll pull some strings to get you in.
Oh yeah.
Well, isn't he gonna be getting in from the race?
But no. We're doing this after the race in the sabak.
I guess it depends on when. I guess it depends on when we want to do it. I was just, like I said, she's just reporting in to let you know what she found out, that she made it into the museum, that she's got a high position as operations manager, and so she got the whole lay of the land, and can pretty much get information like the security routes and everything like that, and find everything out. She found out where the droid's going to be located, and kind of like thinks maybe if we can do distraction, and we'll talk about the plan, I guess, after at the end of the night when I get back. Yeah.
I'm back in the.
Okay. Yeah, I was just relaying everything to them so that that was going on while I was in the bathroom.
All right, and that is the kitchen. All right, then. This is the gift shop.
Do you have any food that you would recommend there at the cafe there?
Oh, ma'am, everything is excellent and wonderful. I do recommend it all. And you get your 10% discount when you show them your employee badge. Now, how did you get the information needed to make a badge that looks like their employee badges?
I didn't make a badge. I said it was a paper. It was like a acceptance letter was what it was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that way I can get a badge. From
Okay, so I'm actually... Alright, so this is 10. This is a gift shop. This is... The museum shop is a clean and austere boutique where patrons may purchase souvenirs such as portable holopicks and scale models of some of the museum's more popular exhibits. The shelves are stocked with such holobooks as artist biographies and portfolios, as well as other merchandise depicting famous works of art, some of which have been featured at the museum itself. All right, and then over here, if you come over here, then this is employees only. This is what we use for storage and some of our security lockers, stuff like that's in here. Supplies are stored in here as well. Cleaning supplies or cleaning droids. So all that information. So I think you may have come on the wrong day because Grayson's not here today, but he would be the person you would speak to get your badge and your
just get that. So, do you have any like temporary badges so I don't have any problems
like
later
I
on
said,
if I have to leave the facility?
Grayson's the one you need to speak to because he's the one that's in charge of all the security here. And I did not know you were coming. I was not given any word, but I can leave word for Grayson. In fact, if you want, he will actually be here tomorrow. Where tomorrow is usually the day that whenever we do have new hires, that's usually the day they come for orientation because we to save.
So,
time
but
and
they would
money.
have them temporary badges, though, right? Like,
I am not authorized to give you one. You can come back tomorrow though during orientation, and I will leave word for Grayson that you have come here today so that he will be expecting you. But he's the one that's actually in charge, and he should have been the one that was notified. Or actually, he should have been the one that hired you. But I'm sure it might have been an oversight because he's a busy person, and you do have your credentials. So I would suggest you come back tomorrow to get your stuff from the man who hired him himself.
Okay. So what she's gonna do is she's going to after he leaves, she's gonna go to the front desk and say that she needs to get a badge, so she needs to come back in here. Some kind of temporary badge. She's gonna try to sweet talk him into getting it for her, or even if she's got to
Sweet talk you.
I guess maybe someone at the front desk or something like that. Who should talk to the manager, whoever who's over there.
So the closest to a manager is the guy you were just talking to.
Okay. So I'll try to charm him then, I guess, and to get me a badge. Like I said, if I have to leave, to go out or something like that, get something I can get back in.
Okay. Then yes, you can try and do that. All right, it will be 2 red and a purple.
Okay. And do I get any extra things because I'm operations manager, so I'm a little higher rank than him?
Yes, you get a setback because this is highly irregular, and you should be here tomorrow instead of today. So I'll give you a setback.
I get a setback for that.
Yeah, he even told you that you should have been here on their orientation day, which is tomorrow.
So 2 reds and 1 purple.
And a setback, unless you have something that gets rid of setbacks for your deception. Or
yeah, I got something for charm. Yeah, I use my my special ability to remove setbacks. Gives me advantage. 1 second. So I'm gonna suffer 2 more strain to use my charm again as cunning.
So Nunku, you can make a 3 purple stealth check with a setback. Well, no, with a boost. I'll give you a boost because there's a bunch of people, and you're basically trying to keep your face obscured from the cameras by using the crowd of people, so that you
3.
can kind of get an idea where everything is.
Oh.
I wasn't successful.
Wait,
let me
you got
see.
way too many purples. I said 1 purple, 2 red.
So many purples.
Oh, you know what? I forgot to clear the DM pool. My bad. Sorry, that was my bad. Go ahead and re-roll that.
Okay. You said 3 purple for me, right?
In a boost, because you got a crowd of people.
Yeah. Oh.
Ugh.
I'm going to use my 1 per session reroll for charm. I don't want to despair.
I think you want that despair. You're
No,
successful.
I don't. I'm going to use my
Okay.
1 per session reroll.
Okay, use your once per session.
And I can't throw my credentials out at them since I I'm a very charming person. And
That's what's letting you have this
role.
roll anyways versus him telling you
What's
to come
that?
back. That's what's allowing you to have this roll in the first place. It's because your credentials. Yes.
Damn.
Oh, that reroll was even worse.
It was.
I mean, not really.
At least if he went with the first one, he could have at least got the ID badge and something negative would happen. Now he doesn't get the ID badge and something negative happens. So, you know what, ma'am? Let me go ahead and get your picture taken for the temporary badge. That's one less thing. That's one less thing Mr. Grayson has to do tomorrow. So, if you step right here. So, he escorts you into this room. And he has you stand behind this white wall so we can get a good picture, a good hollow picture of you.
Does it have like lines next to it to show height?
No. So this is just this is where they usually take pictures. So let me get this hollow image of you. And also, so he goes ahead and takes. You're okay with that? He's gonna go take your picture.
Yeah, that's okay. Because when he comes near me to take pictures stuff like that, I'm gonna swipe his badge when he's not looking.
Oh, skullduggery! Awesome, I love it. It's a code cylinder versus a badge, unless you want the badge. The badge won't really do much because it has a picture on it.
I'll take the code cylinder.
But a code cylinder will get you into the door. Okay. So he's gonna go ahead and take a picture, and then he has this fancy little data pad. He's like, we're gonna go ahead and knock out some of the orientation stuff now, so that you'll be all set tomorrow to start. So I just need your palm prints right here on this digital data pad. And while he's doing that, you can try to swipe. That's gonna that'll be 2 reds and a purple skullduggery versus his vigilant, and you get a boost because he's occupied trying to get your palm and fingerprints. And you can use some of the advantage. Sorry, I should have mentioned that before. You could use some of that advantage if you wanted to help with this.
All right,
roll.
how much advantage can I use?
Not enough to get rid of all this. Dang, you're not doing very good. Not enough to get rid of all this.
All of this roll at all. What the heck?
Give yourself 2 blue.
Oh God, that sucks as well.
Man, this sucks.
Let this happen?
You're good at combat, though, right?
Nope, I can stealth.
Man, oh man. So you can roll 2 blue, 2 additional blue.
Oh, more advantage.
Yay. So you go to try and grab at his code cylinder, and he grabs your hand and be like, ma'am, I'm gonna go ahead and need to restrain you. We're gonna go ahead and get some of the the rangers in the area to come verify your story and who you are and your identification. So if you would be so kind as to go ahead, put your hands on the wall, and spread your legs as I put these binders on you.
No, she's not doing that.
You're not going to comply?
No, she's gonna take off out there and try to sneak away.
The door is closed, so I guess this would be the time that we would do initiative. So let me clear this initiative off.
All right.
Wow. This is terrible.
I'm doing what the dice tell me to do. All right, so he is not prepared, so he will do a vigilance.
Man, I'm glad I didn't go to the museum.
I thought you were supposed to be good at talking to people.
Now, see, if I was to ever do anything like this, I would make sure I had a signature ability that I could use, as well as a reroll.
Did you roll that under combat? Because I'm not seeing
I haven't
that.
got that signature ability yet, but I could get a backstory for the thing already. I had to reroll this.
Why is it that what immediately pops into my head is, does Marcellus Wallace look like a bitch?
Okay, you can roll your initiative. You gonna roll your initiative?
Pretty cool vigilance.
Yours is cool because you're planning on resisting apprehension.
Oh, yeah.
You definitely go first. It's going to be a maneuver to open the door.
Come on, beat him up.
Luckily,
Wait,
I'll say you're close enough to be able to reach the controls where you are, so you can use one maneuver to open the door if you want. But the door is closed, and it requires a maneuver to open. As this door right here is the only way in or out of this employee-only area. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm saying what I'm doing. So you said, so the door is closed already, you said? Or
Yeah, the door is closed. It requires a maneuver. I'll say you are adjacent to the control, so you can actually open it without spending a maneuver to get closer. So you can actually use a maneuver to open it, and then whatever you want. Otherwise,
I have a
you
question.
can try to overpower this head of security in a room by yourself with a patrol droid that you have seen that's not too far ahead of you guys.
The droid is in here?
Yeah, it's that.
No, that's
little-
a cleaning droid. No,
Oh.
you saw a droid patrolling the area that was in front of you as he was giving you a tour of the facility. It's a good thing you're wearing disguise.
Yeah, that's what
Why
I'm
did
trying
you
to get
try
out of
to-
here, and then I'm going to take the disguise off, obviously.
Now, if he would have done something other than try to actually steal the guy's code cylinder and fail miserably, this wouldn't have
I don't
happened.
know
This is
why you
totally
tried
his dice
that.
roll. This is his bad dice roll.
Bad roll 20. Roll 20. Not with all that advantage, I can't get.
None of this is planned. I'm improvising.
I can't get a boost that I already have that door not open, already open.
Actually, you know what? You got enough advantages. You can use your advantages to say the door did not actually shut.
Okay, door did not shut, and then I want to take off. I want to take off and then try to stealth out and head to the bathroom, take off the disguise, and then make my way out.
Exit through the vents. Escape through the vent.
Well, he would need to do something because this guy is within range that he can get within range of her.
Yeah.
Wherever she goes,
Okay.
unless she does something to impede his movement. If she does something to impede his movement, then that'd be great if you had some slicing ability because you might be able to shut the door and slice it without gaining too much attention to make sure the door. Oh, you know what? You might be able to use your action. So this is suggestions. You don't have to do it. You might be able to use your action because this is a door that you can skullduggery if you had the right tools to jam it shut.
Oh, I can make an improvised lockpick. I can use improvised tools to do that.
All right, what on you do you? Well, you could always
I have
spend a light side. I'll tell you what. You can spend a
she-
light side and have lock
So
picking.
she always has bobby pins and stuff in her hair. It's just for this case like this, where she has to break into something.
So you'll have the setback associated with the improvised tools, if that's what you want to do. But I was just throwing that out. So it's your turn. Let me put you guys in the right order.
Okay, come on. You can do
We
it.
are in game, in character action.
Are you gonna call for help, by the way?
If you're not there, you should not be speaking. Action. So,
Alright, so
he told you to put your hands against the wall, spread your legs, and prepare to be binded.
So she's going to act like she's complying, and then she's gonna dart off, and everything. So I guess just maybe roll deception. And then
Do you
take
really
off.
want to? Because that's going to be an action. You can try
Do you want to
to
make another
deceive him,
roll?
or you can just go ahead and move and use your action for something else. But if you're going to do a deception that's going to require a roll, that will be your action for your turn.
All right, so and I'll just try to see if I get him close.
You can make a run for it if you
What
want.
would it be to get if he has binders in his hand to flip the binders, put them on him? Would it be a opposed roll, or would that be?
You would actually have to. It'd be a brawl check,
If it's wrong. Oh,
and you probably would need a triumph,
okay. No, so yeah, she'll take off.
or at least 3 advantages or something to be able to do something that.
Okay. So yeah, she'll take off, and everything like that, and.
All right, so do what you're doing. So what you see is what you get, map.
So how
And
far
just
can I go?
imagine about 60 civilians and tourists throughout the building.
Okay, so yes, I'll take off. And
Now, if you want to stealth, you can use your action to try and stealth and try to blend in with the people, because this is a crowd.
yes, I'm trying to stealth away and take off.
Okay, so
I
you
guess.
can move within 6 squares, and then you can move for movement, and then you can do your
then
action,
do
and then you can
your
take
stealth.
additional strain to do more than one maneuver in a turn.
Okay, and then I can stealth, right?
Yeah, that can be your action, but you might want to move around people before you do that.
Okay.
So.
I don't see people on here, so I guess
Well,
I'm
that's what I was saying. They're not going to be in this employee area, but there's about 60 people in this museum. There's between 30 and 60
so
people
I'm
in
gonna
this
take
museum.
off and do that, and I'll try to take off first.
All right, so move your character. There are squares on here, so we're using the six squares in any direction. So you don't have to worry about moving around stuff, because you can move anywhere within short range, because we're using the Edge of the Empire rules. So
So is this little I guess desk thing? Can I hop over that, or is that going to require something to hop over it?
don't you can ignore anything. You can move within 6 squares of your character.
Okay.
This is purely so we have something to look at and it's not boring to the people. If it's not a wall you can move through it. The walls you can't move through, but this stuff, it'll be part of your move. You can get through it.
And she's going to try to hide behind one of these little clothing display things, and then she's going to try to make a move from there to sneak.
All right, so go ahead. You're going to have to beat... Okay, sorry. I'm getting Facebook messaged, I think. Let me see what it says. Okay, sorry about that. So you are going to have to beat his perception because he's actively looking for you. So it's going to be 3 red is your stealth.
Oh man, you're not gonna do that.
And he has the best stealth of anyone that would be looking for you.
Oh wait, come on, hide. Oh, that's pretty good stealth.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you a setback to your next roll,
Okay.
but you are successfully hidden from people. All right, this guy on the walkies. In fact, okay, so he'll just on this walkie. So you're near. You can hear over the walkies some chatter. Woman wanted for questioning. Tempted. A woman wanted for questioning. Broke into the museum, and he says a description that matches your description. You can do a 2 purple perception check to see if you can hear it over the noisy museum. Nunku.
Would I be able to hear it?
That's what I said. Roll a
Oh.
perception 2 purple.
Oh, I thought you were talking to her about it. Okay.
He already knows they're like, okay, no,
Oh,
you don't hear it.
oops.
The music's too noisy. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, no, I don't. Do I take a strain or something?
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and take a strain.
Okay.
All right. So he calls that. The droid is now going to be added to initiative. All right. All right. The droid is going to move closer to where your character was last seen. Okay. I will go ahead and have him roll. What is your stealth?
It's 3 reds.
3 reds and 1 purple.
And let me see, he takes 1 second.
So 3 red?
3 red and 1 purple.
Is that it?
Yeah, 3 red.
No purple, 3 red. Okay.
But she has 1 green, so wouldn't that count as 1 purple?
Use the light side.
Oh, did you roll light side? I didn't see you roll.
Yeah, I
Oh.
did. I used the light side.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Okay. All right. What do you want to do with that despair?
With that despair, he thinks I
Now,
went the other.
you
He
can-
thinks I went the other way.
So you can use the despair to have something crucial happen.
Could you have it
While
check
he was looking, he dropped his code sender because he was frantic.
the droid frantic?
Yeah,
the
this is
droid
the
looks for it?
droid, not the guy. This
Oh,
is
the droid. Let me think. What did the droid do?
Shut down or something.
The droid
No,
could have
that's too much.
mistaken me for someone else from the description and chased them the opposite direction and told that guy it's the other way. That I went that way.
All right,
Oh.
so it has a false positive. Which direction do you want the false positive? Is that where you're going to exit? Do you want them towards your exit?
Then they head back towards the
So do you want them to head towards the front of the store?
exit 4.
Huh?
Exit 4. To the region 4, whatever it is.
Okay, it'll take them some time to get there.
That's
All right.
fine. I'm just gonna, because if they go that way, then I can just change my outfit.
So
and
on
everything
the
like that.
comms, a droid voice goes, "Suspect spotted, possible sighting towards exhibition room. Reflections on M." All right, top of the order, PC turn.
I'm gonna keep heading down, probably towards the receptacle area, and then I'm gonna change out my disguise.
All right, so go ahead and move your stuff.
It's if I don't take an action, I can
No,
go.
the walls you
Or
can't
no.
you can't pass through walls. That's a wall.
Okay.
You can walk around the walls. Because I mean, if we're watching Star Wars and Rebels, they're jumping over low obstacles all the time without having an issue.
There you go. I moved around the wall, so that way he wouldn't see me.
All right, you can double move if you want. That it? Okay.
All right, the double move.
All right. This guy's gonna walk here, and he's gonna see if he can find you. So you said 3 red?
Mhm.
Yeah, it was 3 red. But then they got a threat, so we're at a black to that.
I believe it's 2 threat for. Let me double check.
Is it 2 threat?
It's 2 threat for a specific person, isn't it?
You're getting the boost and threat confused.
Oh.
Yeah, it requires. It requires 2 threat to add a setback. 1 threat you can give a character a strain, or the active character lose the benefit of a prior maneuver, or something else, something minor along those lines.
So, like I said, that's what I was saying. He'd have a threat back because he heard the droid say go that way, so then that way he'd be actively looking over that way instead of looking over my direction.
Yeah, well, he's gonna stop and look around because he knows the droids are not as perceptive as he is. So, I'll go ahead and give him a setback. He does see you. At this point, Nunku, so how about this? Here's a suggestion. Yeah, you can use threat how you want, but here's a suggestion. All that threat might make Nunku aware that your character is trying to hide and that guy just spotted your character. I'm just 4 threat I think might be enough if you want to do that. Or you can use the threat however you want. I was just offering
I was thinking maybe he'd trip over himself and drop everything, like his code cylinder and everything.
So for 3 threat is what's required to make him fall prone.
Okay, so he falls prone and
You
he
really need a despair for him to drop the code cylinder, or at least have 6 threat to do something that dramatic. But 3 will make him fall prone. As he's looking, he bumps into someone, trips over them. Do you want him to fall prone and then take a wound or something? Because they don't.
Yeah, that sounds good. Do
Take
that.
strain. Okay, so he falls.
Now he can make a perception if he wants to see me taking off, running at full speed.
All right.
I mean, I don't really think I need to look hard to see.
So you can make a simple
perception
perception because he did it in the room that you're in now. So you can just make a 2 perception to see someone walking by. I'll just make it 1 purple. There you go. Hopefully you don't fail that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, did you do it?
I succeeded. I could finally use my eyes.
All right.
So, do I roll vigilance?
You would roll cool because he planned it, and you guys, since your teammate rolled cool already, everyone rolls it.
Okay. Got to get rid of that purple, but yeah.
What's your initiative supposed to be? It's just 1 0. Okay, it's the same.
Yeah, it's the same. Didn't really change anything.
Okay, so all right. Well, I'll get you in the next order, okay? Because it was already past where you would be. All right. The droid gets closer. and says, "Freeze! Stop! I think I got her."
Didn't he use the despair to send the droid off in another direction, though? Because he also didn't
Yeah.
get the benefit of the despair to go against the other guy that was doing the perception check on him. So what
That's
was
all I'm
his
saying. The
benefit
guy
with the
shouldn't have seen me because he would have
so,
been going off that way.
so what was his benefit that he actually got for the despair? Because now it sounds like he got no benefit from the despair.
Yeah, because he failed to look. The droid, they didn't see me at all.
So the
it-
droid is the one that rolled the despair. The droid thought it saw her. The droid went over to the woman that it thought was from the description that was given. So the droid right now is trying to apprehend the wrong person. That was
Okay, I thought you just said something about the droid was about to make a perception check to find him, which
no. The
invalidated
droid
the
thinks
despair.
that the droid's despair leads the droid to think that it's apprehending her over in the room that he indicated he wanted the droid to head towards, which was in room 4. And now the droid thinks that it's found her. So now the droid told a different woman to stop and accompany him to the front. And that the droid says, "I got her." All right, so now it's a PC slot.
So I'm gonna finish off, go to the bathroom, take off my disguise, and let Nunku that to wait for me in the lunch area, the area. Find a seat, find a chair for a sit down, and I'll join him shortly. I'm just not gonna look the same way.
So, do you have different clothing?
What's that?
Do you have different clothing with you?
Yeah, she has banal appearance clothing she's gonna throw on.
All right, so that'll take you a while to do.
Upgrade to check. Put that on.
All right,
I mean,
are you going
upgrade to
to? So he's spotted you. Are you going to try to do a new stealth then to lose him in the crowd so he doesn't see you go into the restroom?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to do.
Okay, so it'll be 3 red.
Left, go the other way. 3 red.
All right, it'll be 3 red to do that. That's his perception.
Hey.
All right, you did it. You lost him. All right, Nunku. So you see Star ducking behind people and ducking behind the plan and ducking behind the corner and ducking behind the other corner and running into the refresher area.
But do I really see her doing that?
Yeah, because she's not hiding. She's not trying to hide from you so much.
Oh, I thought she was trying to hide.
Okay, I guess you're right. So she does hide from everyone. Your perception's not as high as that guy. So you saw her for a moment, but then you lost her as people were walking in front of you. So you don't see her anymore.
So when I get there, I'm going to tell him to find a seat. I will join you shortly. I'll be coming from the bathrooms, and I'm not going to look the same way
you hear this on your comm.
No, I gotta see.
Order some food, please.
Ooh, food. Waiter.
So the droid proceeds to take the wrong person towards the front.
Let it be a Karen. Let's be a Karen.
Oh, are you the waiter?
This guy.
He just asked that guy. No, he asked the guy chasing
How may I help you?
Oh, you're the waiter.
The guy totally looks like he's looking around. He's looking at people, turning them around, looking at his hollow picture, and comparing it to them. And he's just staying in this room, and he's looking around. And so he will do this for a while. You've ordered some food. The food come. Star has had enough time to change. So it's been about 2 minutes. All right. And during that time, he says, crap. You know what? He has to go look just to verify. All right. So the droid has a woman matching the description up at the front. So while you're changing, the guy goes up to the front, to verify or not if the woman the droid has is who he's looking for.
Perfect. I'll return.
Oh, I raised my hand. I got the table.
You've never seen this person before, so I'll approach you and I'll say, "It's me." Don't ask.
Who's me?
This is it's Star. It's Star.
Oh, hi.
Hi. Yeah, I had a thing to go according to plan, like I wanted to. And so I kind of had to run.
I saw the.
But I have the information we came for at least.
Ooh, yay! Good job.
And then I'll just we'll sit down and eat, I guess, together to keep up the thing going, and then I guess wait until we're done eating and walk out when everything calms down.
Yes, I'll pay my check as well.
As you guys are eating, you're starting to notice some people in like security outfits walking around. They have a holovid, and they're actually asking random women to place their hand on a data pad.
He didn't get my finger on the data.
Yes, he did.
I don't want to place my hand on a data pad.
You're not
scary.
female looking. But they're mainly doing that towards the. They start looking at people first, but they're covering the exits.
Okay.
But the data pad stuff you notice is only at the front and exit because that's where people are leaving.
Wait,
these are other security guards, right?
Is there anything in the back exit?
Is there any? Yeah. Is there any? So I'll tell them, hey, there's an exit in the back, the employee entrance. We just need to get a code sender, and I just saw one of the guys go to the bathroom. Do you think we can jump him and get it?
No, he's not in the bathroom. He's by the exit.
By the exit. Okay. Maybe the two of us. Maybe the two of us can get him. Get the code sender off him.
Okay.
Unless you just want to walk out the front, try it that way.
What's the best distraction that we could do to make them think that something's going on?
What did you order, food-wise?
Meat. I ordered meat.
Your bantha burger, sir.
Thank you.
You are welcome. That will be 25 credits.
Okay.
I'll just have a glass of water. I'll just have a glass of water.
Here you go. That will be 5 credits.
Okay.
You said 25. You said 25 credits, right?
25 for the burger, 5 for the purified, ultrasonic-fied glass of water at the expensive museum. The ice was free, though.
Just free water?
No, it's $5 credit water with free ice, complimentary ice. As much ice as you want, but the water costs you 5 credits for you to rent the glass that it comes.
Then
in.
I'll just have a glass of ice then.
Okay, it's 5 credits to rent the glass for the ice.
What about the... This is a scam.
Well, 5 credits, I could have bought my own glass.
He paid $25 for a burger.
I know you did.
Welcome to Hard Rock Cafe. You're basically paying the same price.
Yeah. Oh, I better get plenty of lemons with this. Let me get some lemons with this. I want some lemons with this too.
Oh yes, those are complimentary as long as you pay the 5 credits for the glass.
I give her 5 credits. I'm gonna get a bunch of lemons.
Okay.
I'd like to see a sign that says "No outside glasses."
Oh, there is a sign if you bother to read.
Oh.
It was next to the no weapons.
I
Okay.
think if we could drop the, so I'm thinking maybe if we can drop the glass in front of the guy, and I got the alignment, maybe. We
Oh,
can
your gloves, your weapon gloves, they're in the locker up front. But
I
Nunku was
know.
able to sneak his
Okay.
weapon in.
He was.
Yeah, he made the.
I can come back for him later. So that's the key.
Yeah, you got a code cylinder key for that.
Okay. So you want to go make our way towards that guy and try to get out? I got some lemon or something like that. Maybe shoot squirt in his eye or something like that.
Can we
Hey,
use
do
employee
you remember
exit?
when you were given a layout of the place?
Can we use the employee exit?
That's what I was trying to see if I had another exit out or something
Well,
like that.
do you want to spend a light side point for me to remind you of another possible exit that's not being monitored?
The trash.
Yes. Well, you figured it out. Yes, the trash room is not being monitored, and you can almost be assured that there's probably a trash chute. Say what?
That's what I'm telling you. Go through the trash. We can get up through the trash area that's not being monitored.
So, Star says we can get out through the trash chute. To you, Nunku, how do you respond?
But you don't have to come with me. I can just go myself.
That could work.
Unless he wants to try to sneak through the scanners again.
Oh, that is true. You got to make another roll to go through the scanners with the weapon.
I mean, the scanners weren't that hard.
He still has the dark side points.
Well, that's whenever the regular guy was monitoring the scanners. Now you actually got security monitoring the scanners, as well as looking very closely at everyone leaving the museum. And all females are having their hands put on the data pad to compare.
Would they have weapon scanners though for people leaving? Like they may have scanners for the items in the museum, but would they have weapon scanners for people leaving?
No, they're not. They're just regular scanners. That's why they didn't get a boost. It was just their perception he beat.
Could I craft this guy's look like a man?
I don't see why not.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom and craft.
You don't want to go down the trash chute?
No, I don't want to go to the trash chute. No, I was thinking about you wouldn't want to get yourself dirty like that. I'll be right back. Also, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go.
But the thing is, aren't both outfits you have dresses?
So I have banal clothing. So basically, it's just regular, ordinary clothing that no one would ever seem suspicious of.
Okay, go for it then. So speed up the thing. You go change.
It upgrades the difficulty of the check for the person.
So you go change. What do you do to make yourself? Describe what your character looks like now? Did you use a roll of toilet paper to make your chest as flat as possible, and stuff some in your
Yeah, she got
pants?
so she'll probably give himself a big ability to match the size of that, so like that, try to fill everything out.
All right, so what's your character look like now?
Probably gonna be. Let's see, couldn't be the same race. Probably back to looking like a human. So that's a regular tan appearance. Probably the hair would be put up into like maybe a manly like a ponytail or something like that, like loosely thrown together, like a guy would put it together.
So are you going to do this in the stalls so that? Are you going to do this in one of the stalls so that the security guys can't see you?
Yes, of course. That's what I said. That's what I'm going to do
right
right
so
now.
Go ahead and take 2 set back, and do a 3 purple check to do the disguise.
Come on.
And stay quiet so that you don't draw suspicion.
Okay.
Oh, we don't have very many combat characters, but you guys are doing really good at avoiding combats with these characters.
I mean, I'm not really avoiding combat. I'm just not really doing anything.
Well, yeah, you didn't start shooting, so that's good.
Nunku's just in the eye of the storm, like Why do I need to go out the trash chute when I could just walk out the front door?
That's what I was alluding to.
Got it.
All right, so you're able to do it, but you're gonna take a setback on your next roll.
Ye-
Okay, so let's go do it. You guys going through the front? You look kind of manly.
I am manly.
I obviously wasn't talking to you.
Very manly.
Do you have any facial hair? What's your character look like?
I'm
No, it's long hair. I said the long black hair. Gonna have it look like loose ponytail, like a guy would be all disheveled. So and not nothing nice and neat. And then maybe stenciled on some little stubble.
Okay. You may
I had a fan-
exit, and then
I had a
so
fan-
they got to roll against
date,
your
honey.
deception. Is that how it works?
So the banal clothing adds to the check, adds a difficulty to the check. Is what it does.
Yeah. So what do I got to have the security guys roll against?
I would assume would it be a deception, I guess, since I'm trying to deceive them.
Yeah, I'm asking what the difficulty is going to be.
My deception is it'd be 3 reds and 2 purple. It'd be 3 reds and 1 purple, but with the clothing, it's going to add to the deception. So it'd be 3 reds and 2 purples.
Okay. And instead of giving you a black die, since you're not rolling, they're going to get a boost dice. So 2 purple, or 3 red, 2 purple, right?
3 red, 2 purple, yes.
Okay. Well, the odds are in your favor. May they ever be.
May the odds ever be in your favor.
There you go. Well, they are statistically in her favor because she's got more dice.
Statistically, yes, they are.
And you're right. All right. What do you want to do with that despair?
It breaks.
They
Hey, I got an
they
idea.
couldn't find my character, so that the Karen that they pulled earlier, it's got to be her.
No,
And
her prints don't match.
They got to dig deeper on her.
Her prints don't match.
What?
Her prints don't match.
They assume they haven't found anyone else that looks like it, so they assume maybe they could have used false prints or something like that. Like,
how about you get to upgrade your check on trying to steal someone else's cylinder code as you walk past them?
Yeah, I like that one. We'll do that.
Okay. So these guys aren't the head of security, so you might actually have a better shot. It's
Perfect.
against their vigilance because they're not looking. So it's 2 red, 2 purple. And you get to upgrade your check once if you want to use that despair to upgrade your check. Or, yeah.
I couldn't downgrade the check.
I guess you could.
It's going right.
Yeah, let's go ahead. I'll let you downgrade it. So it'd be 1 red and 3 purple. Just swipe one of their code cylinders as you walk past them. This is exciting. I have no idea what's going to happen. Oh, man. Oh.
You suggest I steal. I didn't want to steal it. You're the one suggesting it.
I was
You're
just
the one who
suggesting you don't have to
acted on
take my
it.
You said
suggestions.
I should steal it. I said I'd rather than just have thought that the Karen was the one because they couldn't find me, guy.
But the
That's what I
palm
really
prints
wanna
don't
do with
match.
it.
That's the thing.
What's that? Well,
I was
yeah,
just-
they could have falsified the fingerprints.
Okay. So you try to
You got-
swipe it.
Oh,
I
really didn't
why
want to
did you
swipe it.
do that
Just
again.
I did that because I was trying to do. I said
You
I
don't
wanted
have to
use
do
this
my
trick.
suggestions. I was just suggesting it. You don't have to.
This is
though.
just, no, I don't want to do that. I'd rather, like I said, than to think that they caught the person because it's a despair.
So, no, they're not gonna because you got the handprint. They don't think they caught the person, but they don't like. So, do you not want to do
Okay.
that?
No, I don't want to do
All
that.
right,
I
just
did
go
not-
ahead and use a
didn't want
light
to
side
stress-
point, and we'll call it. You made it through. Okay.
What? Oh, okay.
That's okay. I've been spending dark side a lot. All right, so you guys make it out of the museum, and
Oh, I don't have to make a roll? Okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
we're
you
just
do.
going. I'll just Do you want to
Oh,
make
no,
a roll?
probably not.
Okay, I can be fair. You can make a roll.
Yeah, he can make a roll, and if he, I'm gonna while they're checking him. If he doesn't make it, I'm gonna go grab my sap gloves.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
so he wants to while they're checking you out, he wants to go take the stuff out of the locker.
Okay, so what's the difficulty?
All right, so it's going to be 2 red, 2 purple.
Oh.
Yeah, it's versus vigilance. These are different guys checking people now.
These guys know what they're doing.
Oh, look at that!
Doesn't
What do you want to
matter.
do with that triumph?
Oh,
Where'd you get all those boost dice from?
what do you mean? I've always had 3 blue.
Oh,
and
okay, cool.
All this stuff.
Awesome. What do you want to do with all
I'm-
that?
So epic. Is there a suggestion that I could? Is there a suggestion?
Yes.
Grabs one that he grabs one
Someone
close
else
and
gets
sit-
caught shoplifting. How's that sound?
Say that again.
Someone gets caught either shoplifting or trying to conceal a weapon into the museum.
Yes, someone else gets caught trying to conceal a weapon.
All right.
Yeah.
So that draws their attention. And it's not just any weapon. It's a holdout blaster, so it's restricted and illegal. So you got all the security guards
Oh.
not paying so much attention to Pat's character anymore, and they're all focused on that. So you can leave the museum
Get
now.
owned.
You can thank Nunku for saving your butt. All right.
Roll 20 in your rolls.
So where's everyone else at? Let's give everyone else a chance now to get back into the game.
Okay, yeah.
You guys have split the party long enough.
That was good. Nice.
That was brutal. A minion with 4 willpower.
It was a minion group, unfortunately, and perception was their group skill. Oh, and the guy was not a minion. The guy was actually a rival. He's a head of security.
Oh,
I'm talking about the droids going out. That was actually a harder check than the guy that was the rival.
No, he didn't have any red. It was just the 3 purple, I believe.
You said 2 red and 2 purple, which would indicate.
Yeah, that's the
that's
minion group. That's the private security minion group.
yeah, the private security.
Yeah, they came
They're meant to
when
be
they were
good.
looking. So his character spent several minutes hiding and changing costumes and stuff. And during that time, he had reinforcements come in. And that's
Oh
what-
yeah, I was just saying that was brutal.
Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, it's Bespin on the anniversary, the 2-year anniversary of when the massacre happened. They're not
Oh, yeah, I
taking any
gotcha.
chances. And so I warned everyone ahead of time.
At least
The security's super heightened during this
got an
time.
idea what kind of. Now we got an idea what the security's like.
Yes,
and
you
who's
do.
in
You have an
charge.
idea of what the response team's going to be like.
So I'll say the same. So we'll chalk that up to good. Like we planned it the whole time. To make it look
Okay,
like this.
so where's everyone else at? They were doing this
Uh,
for a good
we're
30
tech
minutes to an
security.
hour.
That was so easy.
Yeah, well,
Probably finishing up buying our crap and then heading to meet back up in our hotel room or something, I would think.
okay, so
Yeah.
we'll go to the hotel
Yeah,
room.
that's what I was gonna say.
Okay, and so that happened simultaneously, right? Or no, it was Nunku. No, yeah, that could have happened simultaneously. You guys could have been at the museum at the same time they were buying stuff. And, well, Ketkam was finding the information about her parents. Okay, and you guys are back, and so one group knows nothing about what the other group did.
Hey,
And I'll tell Nunku don't about the change in the disguise and the pink everything like that.
Oh, yeah, Nunku comes in with a
Just
man.
Just not mention that to anyone.
You're still a man, though.
Yeah, I
So
know.
you come in as Nunku brings a male friend into the building.
hi.
At some point after our fiasco of buying stuff, I would have went and set up that appointment with the Baron Administrator's assistant to be able to try to get the meeting.
So the earliest the Baron Administrator's assistant can get you in is next month, Tuesday the 13th.
My money back.
But that guy recommended he's going to be at the Grand Prix tomorrow, and he makes a show of shaking hands with people and taking holo picks with them and stuff like that, and he has his own little booth.
Yep. In that case, I'll just kind of get the cape taken care of and get it packaged up in a gift wrap box and bring it back to the hotel with us.
Okay, cool. So you guys are
Hi,
back
guys.
in the hotel room.
I see you guys got back from your little trip.
Oh yeah, I'm still waiting for a package to be delivered because I'm assuming it's going to take him a little while to get the cape done. But
Hey,
Yeah.
George, what did you find out?
So there's this man that you haven't seen before with Nunku that just walked in the building, and he's just like standing there. And Nunku's acting like, hey, so let's go talk about all this top secret stuff we were talking about. Let's go back to our plans.
Yes, let's do
does
that.
does it look like a man? What's my difficulty to see through this disguise?
It's what is it? 3 red, 2 purple? Is that what you said?
Yes, it is.
It's 3 red, 2 purple to see through his disguise.
Because I just got average looking clothes on, nothing that stands out.
Sure, why not? This could be fun.
I like seeing what the dice do and playing it narratively.
Hey!
It don't look like a man. I guess to not completely let it out, I'll just kind of like.
Who's this guy?
You forgot to put wrappings around your points two of the butt.
Oh, thanks. I'll have to remember that next time.
Hey, does your voice sound the same when you speak?
No, she changes her voice around. She messed with
And I'm assuming that thread is going to be a strain for me trying to figure out an appropriate way to make that statement, right?
I have a false voice transmitter, so I can change my voice.
So, Star, what do you want that thread to do?
Yeah, I guess a strain. I don't want to hurt him or like that. I guess, yeah.
I was thinking more narratively a strain, but it's because he was trying to think of a not disrespectful way to say it.
It can't be, but it makes no sense. Who else would go with Nunku? And why would he be so calm about some stranger?
Yeah,
well, no. More or less in my head, I was thinking, I've seen that rear end before, but I need to figure out a way to nicely say that and not say that.
So he thinks you have a nice kadunkadunk.
Thank you.
What a way to say that.
I'm thinking that translates well in Star Wars lingo.
It does.
Yeah.
We should come up with some Star Wars cuss words though too, so that way if you guys need a cuss, you can do it in Star Wars. Frack is always a good one, even though it's Battlestar Galactica. Or you can use Schmeg, which is Red Dwarf. But
So, George, what did you find out?
Well, I actually found out that perhaps you might have been correct.
Wow, that's terrible.
Yeah. So it was a Mandalorian ship that fired on my parents' ship.
oh, and some Mandalorians had rocket packs. You got
Yeah.
that too.
Yeah.
I'm removing the guy stuff from my look and wiping stuff off while I'm listening in. Got my makeup thing out, wiping everything off, and stuff look back to my normal, my quote unquote normal self.
Oh, that's terrible. But hey, at least you now know the truth. I guess it was worth it.
Yes, but I still haven't unanswered questions.
Well, everyone has unanswered questions. It's just whether or not you're going to address them.
Yeah, I kind of do. I just want to. I want to know. I want to know everything.
I'll be like, I'll whisper to Colin's character. What are you talking about?
What do you mean?
My character's gonna whisper to your character. What are they talking about?
Who?
Nothing to do in Ketkam over there.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not over. I'm not spying in. What do you mean?
Unless I overheard something about Mandalorian shooting her parents dead at a crackdown or something like that. I was trying to ask you what's that about?
Oh,
We're here for the droid, or it was for the
I don't know. I mean, it's just bits and pieces that's been gathered, and we don't have the whole story yet, so
well,
no need to
go
jump to
ahead.
conclusions
You
until
tell
we
me
get more
what you
information.
That's what I said. Well, then let me know what you know already. Then
All I know for sure is what family Ketkam came from. That's really all I know for sure. What house?
we're not here for Bizak tournament. Then
I mean, we're here to make some money, but we're also here for another reason, which is why I was okay with spending some money.
I see. Okay, I had a feeling. I was making just sure.
Is that a charcuterie board in there?
Is that a what?
A charcuterie. It's a plate of sliced meats and cheeses.
Yes, lots of bantha meat and bantha cheese.
Looks delicious.
Well, how do I say this? You have a family right here. Ta-da!
Oh, hey, Star, by the way, if you go look in your room on the bed, I've laid out the dress for the Sumbok tournament.
Like I said, if you wanted her to be like dressed like to be distracting, she's got actually performer's attire on. That's why I said the jewelry would have been fine to go with it. It would add to it.
Oh no, I'm doing it as a dress, but I'm just narratively it's expensive jewelry, but I'm narratively skewing it as an expensive dress that does the same thing
Okay.
as
Well,
the
so yeah, it
expensive
gives me a blue when I wear for the performance attire. It's if I'm going to try to perform and distract. It's all
I mean,
planned it.
it could be a dress made of jewelry and string, and look a lot
Could
like
I
a
could I
bikini.
add it to my dress to my performance attire?
well that's why I private messaged you before, because you didn't have any objections to it being that was the whole reason I DM'd you.
Yeah, it could look like the golden bikini that Jabba likes to have his slaves wear. It could be
Because
something
otherwise
similar.
I would have just got some jewelry, but I
Can
didn't.
I combine the two so it gives me the same boost in my performance attire, but then also gives that, I guess it gives me an automatic advantage, I guess.
You can do what the gear says it does.
So do I need to flip a light side to retcon it? Because that was why I was discussing with him before I ever declared
what's
an
it do?
action.
Does it give it blue dice or what?
It gives an automatic advantage to charm and deception checks, and others add a boost to checks to recall the wearer. Is what that expensive jewelry does. My performer's attire
Can we? How about we give you?
gives me a blue to checks to perform or to attract attention, just for distraction purposes, to distract.
So we could say that you were able to get it so that you can wear them both, and the jewelry is kind of like. There you go. You could wear it over top of it, so you could have like a like a sheer cat suit type of clothing, and then the jewelry bikini dress thing go on underneath it, or something like that.
Okay, whatever thing. This still comes up my magnetic suit.
Oh, well then I guess it wouldn't be sheer. It'd just be tight, and I'm assuming your magnetic suit is form fitting.
Very form-fitting, yes.
There you
That's
go.
why very form-fitting clothes together, so you can't really tell.
Yeah, so they're two different things, right? So we can have them work together.
Yeah, I was
But
just
one's
yeah,
already-
yeah, yeah.
one's
It's
armor and you're-
oh fuck.
Okay. Nunku, you've got past races, and you've seen several of the same racers are there each year. So you probably have a good idea who your competition's going to be.
Okay. Is there anything? Are there any shortcuts in the track that I could exploit?
The course changes slightly each year,
Ah,
but you do know the names of who you're most likely going to go up against, and have an idea what their vehicles look like.
I had an idea for that as well. I did acquire a few other drugs that would impair the reflexes of their users, and if someone would be proficient in the sort of thing that would be used to slip substances into the drinks of others, perhaps we could impair some of our likely competition the day before the race.
oh yeah, so smart you are.
So I did acquire 5 doses of gunjack spice, which will impair their reflexes for a day or two after ingestion.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so how many of the racers do I need to that are always showing up? Do I need to worry about?
All right. So it's two-person teams. So there are
How many?
3 other teams that are always there, and it's a pilot and a gunner. So that's 2, 4,
Okay.
6.
So we at least need to. So we at least have 3. So we at least need to do the drivers. We don't really need to do the. We don't really need to do the gunners because, yeah, they can't really shoot if they can't catch up.
Well, you know what the cloud car looks like, though, right? It's
Yeah.
2 pods and an engine in the middle. So I'm thinking that if they can switch off if they need to, kind of like an airplane, you can switch controls to your co-pilot. So.
But do they all? But are they all skilled equally?
Well, if one's doing really bad, I'm pretty sure you're just gonna switch off. Because I mean, you technically have no skill, so they got more skills than your character has.
But I think what he's asking is the dedicated gunner is probably going to be better at gunnery than at piloting, and if they switch off, they're still going to have a hindrance somewhat, right?
Yeah.
That was
Well,
also
yeah,
the
they're not going to be as good as the pilot, but they probably have skills at using it. So yeah, they won't be as good as this pilot.
Is there a way you could buy 1 more of those so that we make sure they're all down?
No, it's 6.
Yes, it was the cheapest and least rare of the substances that I purchased today. So it shouldn't be too much of a problem, hopefully, to acquire more if necessary.
Yeah. And drugging people isn't against the rules.
I find that most things aren't, as long as you don't get caught.
Well, that is true. You are correct.
Although they may not appreciate it if they knew we drugged them.
Who would?
They don't do drug tests, do they? Is that a thing here?
Oh,
Only if I spend a dark side point.
Well, if they do a drug test and they'd be like, okay, you can't enter, you're on drugs, that's cheating. So then they might just be disqualified altogether.
Yes, and we can take our drugs right before the race because they're fast acting.
Exactly.
Their drugs are just not great drugs that have bad side effects for a while.
Yeah.
All right, anyone want to do anything?
I want to relieve some of the stress, so I'm going to go do some exercise and working out, so I can try to reduce some of the stress and strain.
So
You work out?
are you gonna
Wow.
Are you gonna try and locate where the pilots are then?
Yes.
Okay, because I remember last week you were talking about sabotaging their cars.
Yes.
All right, you got half a day left. What all are you planning on doing before the day's over?
Okay. I will go talk to. I'll go talk to Star, and I will. Then I will say, "Oh, hey, is there a? I figured out who the drivers are. Would you be okay with sabotaging their cars for tomorrow? Right?
Sounds like fun. Maybe you're talking about the drivers themselves or the cars.
The cars.
Maybe I can call up a friend and see if they're fine with it. They sound fine with that and what it would cost.
Yes. Thank you.
What do I roll to reduce stress?
Cool.
Cool.
And would anyone be able to? I don't have the necessary skills to palm a dose of drugs and slip it into someone's drink. Would someone else be good at that sort of thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think if I wanted to acquire one more dose, should I? This is rarity 5. Should I just roll a since we're probably going to go out that way anyway? Should I roll another? What is it? Negotiation or streetwise?
Negotiation, I believe. Well, it's
Is
negotiation
it
to
illegal
fight.
or is it restricted or non-restricted?
This one is gun jack spice. I don't. Let me check.
If it's restricted at streetwise and you upgrade the check once, because there's always a chance you are trying to buy it from an undercover cop.
How many points do I get
Or
back?
you're buying fake drugs, or you're buying real drugs, but they're completely different than what you wanted to buy. That's with the despair, of course.
How many points do I get back in strain?
Let's see. Gun jack. Looks like it's restricted. Yeah.
So it's the streetwise and it's upgraded.
So difficulty 6. Streetwise is
No,
not much.
no, upgrade just turns a purple to a red.
Oh, purple. So it would be 2 purple, or 2 purple, so 1 red, 1 purple.
Yes.
And I do not. I'm not good at streetwise. Does someone else want to try and do that to get the last? There's 3 teams that we have to drug.
Yes, 3 teams.
Yeah, so we need 1 more dose of that.
How much do I get back for 2 success and advantage?
Are you talking about for strain?
That's correct.
1 per success and advantages do nothing.
So most of you guys that are not going to be in the race know that a majority of people are going to be distracted. It's kind of like if you're in Europe and the World Cup's going on, everyone's going to be looking or listening to a portable device. So if you're trying to do anything, you're going to get a boost during the Grand Prix race. If you want to do anything during the Grand Prix race, you pretty much get a boost due to them being all distracted if you're wanting to do something kind of shady or whatever. So
Okay, yeah, I can definitely do that.
so what happened? Oh, are you doing the reroll once per encounter?
No, I rolled the wrong skill.
Oh, okay.
All right, so we have. I'll subtract 75 credits and get 1 more dose of that.
Are you gonna try
Negotiation.
and negotiate the price or?
Oh, and I got. Okay. Do you want to do that, or do you want me to? I have some skill in that.
Sure, you go for it.
All right, so let's see. Skills.
Hold on, I got tied difficulty.
Negotiation. I think I get a bonus from my jacket.
All right. A black market here is 2 red, 1 purple. Hey, do you want some? Just is 2 red, 1 purple.
2 red, 1 purple.
Yes.
And does someone want to boost me?
I'll boost you.
What are you gonna do to boost him?
I'm gonna distract the guy. Dance around a little attire. Ask him, do you think this makes me look fat?
All right, roll it.
Oh my god, how did that happen?
Boost.
Oh God!
That's like the worst I possibly could have gotten almost.
It's
As long as you
all
get a spare.
So
At least.
let's say the
So
price
can I do the 1 reroll?
only if you have a talent that lets you do that.
Only if you have a what? Oh, okay. I thought that was a thing that you guys did as a house rule. Never mind, I don't have that.
Well,
Yeah,
they have
nice.
it. They have it, but I think do the failures count as increasing the price, Will? Because they have
Nope,
it
it's
on
just
hand.
it's just threat.
You get a
So what does a
maybe
failure
another
mean? Does a
advantage.
failure mean that vendor does not want to sell it to him for some reason? Maybe he thinks he's a snitch or what?
Well, he already found it, so failure on negotiating it just means that the vendor would not come down on his asking price.
Oh, okay. Well then, I guess is the asking price the base price or is the asking price modified?
Restricted, right?
I mean, usually it's base price plus if there is a multiplier for based on where you are. You know the chart that you put in for the
Okay.
multiplier.
It's not enough to multiply it by 2. So okay, so base price then, no discount.
All right. I will pay it, and the guy probably thinks I'm a cop, but
All right. So you got the drug. What do you want to do now, guys?
I guess after I'm done exercise, I guess we can go try to try to sip these stuff into these guys' drinks or whatever it is.
And who knows where each of the people are?
We can do some streetwise checks, right?
I actually have an idea on that.
Oh, really? What is it?
What do you guys think about, kind of parentheses, I sponsor a pre-race party for the drivers?
You gonna have it here or where?
Does this hotel have a banquet room, Jeff?
Yeah, it's the fanciest hotel and it has everything.
I'd like to see about renting that out and putting some feelers out over the HoloNet about a pre-race party for the racers only.
They actually have this 3 platform thing that's above the clouds, very private, so people want to do stuff. It's actually on one of the. They actually got a private buoy if you want to. It'd be perfect. It's like 3 platforms.
Yeah, let's do
3
that. And
levels
then
high.
there's certain things we sell there.
Well, I'm just about out of credits, so I don't have a whole lot of credits to throw at this because I threw 10,000 to get the
you've
cake.
already paid for the penthouse suite, so it's part of the suite if you want to rent that out for a party. And
Okay.
And when you're talking to the concierge, might I suggest you charge your patrons to come by in case there's any damages that you've got a little cushion. The concierge.
We should do charge anyone that comes in that's not the racer and give them free
for
drinks.
your fancy kegger.
Did you hear me well? So we should charge any of their guests, but anyone who's actual racer, we should give them free drinks, and in those free drinks, we should add the little special stuff, and they get a special drink.
If you're talking to the concierge, the concierge says we do provide our bartenders, but for us to provide our bartenders and alcohol, we do charge the rates.
I'll be a bartender. I'll be a bartender.
Where you can get alcohol though. This is a way for you to have alcohol at your party without having to pay for it. Is what he's getting at.
I was gonna say we could get a bartender, and then like that, one of us can be the bartender. We just get the alcohol, right?
Or you could let the hotel host it, make money off all the alcohol sales, and then you don't have to worry about buying alcohol.
Yeah, I want to do that, but like I said, we want to be able to split the drugs into the drinks. What we're trying to do, so that's what I'm trying to see. If we can make it free, or give them like a special drink that they can can get, and it's free.
You can always buy their drink.
There we go. Yeah, we can buy them drinks. There we go. We'll do that. We'll buy a drink. I'll buy drinks for them.
Cool. In that case, I got the perfect map.
Perfect. Yep, let's do that. Is that sound like a plan? And then well, we're getting everything ready. I'll
So how are you going to
discuss
give word to these people?
museum.
How are you going to let them know that you're having a party
Streetwise.
for them?
We're gonna go do some streetwise. We're gonna just do some talking.
All right, do a easy streetwise to find out kind of where these guys hang out.
Come on, you can't fail this.
Oh, you can. I mean, you've proved that.
Yeah, all those reds. I hate those reds.
I think. Didn't you even fail one that was a simple? I think you got no successes one time on a simple roll. So there is a chance of failure.
So.
Not you. I'm talking about Nunkus.
Yeah. All right. So with the, I want to use.
So you hear that they the pilots often gravitate towards different establishments. But the concierge and some other people suggest a cantina named the Pod Racers Retirement is a popular hangout for various mechanics and other crew members involved in the race. So if you can't get the information directly to the racers, you can at least get it to possibly a mechanic or a publicist or someone that works directly with one of the racers that hangs out at that cantina.
Could I call my friend up Yuroka and ask her to pass that along?
Yeah, you could do whatever you want.
She's a mechanic though, right?
Yeah. Do you speak Wookiee though? Because
no, I don't speak Wookiee, but I mean we bonded, so I mean maybe basic we can talk.
She could probably understand you, but you might have a hard time understanding if that's a yes, no, or some other complicated thing.
I understand body language, I guess, if I see it.
She might just be a Wookiee, not. I mean, there's like only 8 main racers on this entire, what I think is 3 million platform plus tourists. There's mechanics all over the place.
Now that that's concluded, may I continue on role playing with the concierge?
Yes.
I will tell them, yes, if you could set that up for me, and then I'll pass off my credentials again. Let them know that I'm inviting them to a private party that I'm going to host. Using the diplomatic authorization credentials for the Alderaanian noble.
Oh, yes, sir. Is this for tonight, I assume?
Yes, it's kind of a last minute thing, but always good to do a little bit of pre-celebrations.
Not a problem. And with you, we always have a line of credit available as well if you'd like to take advantage of that for any additional advertising you might want to partake.
Yes, if you could just put a little bit out over the HoloNet, just a small spot,
Sir,
to get them in the door.
I was thinking of using the lights and the light display and the holographic billboard on the top of this hotel, which happens to be the tallest hotel in all of Cloud City.
I'll leave it to your discretion.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that. I'm sure I can make it the hottest scene in town. So, are you charging guests too, that are other than the pilots to come?
I think what I'll do is not charge the pilots or a +1 for the pilots, but anybody else will have to pay an entry fee.
I like that. Okay, so then that way, any advertising and any stuff you had to take out of your line of credit, you can pay it back off with the proceeds.
Pretty much, yeah. I was just trying to get that to cover it. The people that wasn't the pilots plus their +1 has to pay to get in to cover the costs.
Okay, and this is where you guys will be. Okay, is it shifting? Did your guys' map change?
Nope.
You also need to take turn order off.
So you're able to get the person to dismantle the stuff?
We can talk to her to see what it would cost if she'd be willing to do that.
I forgot to clear this map.
And of course, Jeff, the people that's staying in the penthouse, they're not paying to get in either, so the PCs basically.
Okay, cool. Okay, everyone can see? Good. So this is your platform. This is what it'll look like. So you guys can have a pretty good party with this, right? See, it's got little lights everywhere. It's got 3 stories. Don't mind that dead body. Space.
He's passed out.
I'm sure.
Go check his pocket.
I'm sure there's a Space Kennedy that forgot to have, you know, a body removed. So, all right. So you guys make preparation. Okay, so that'll be for tonight. Do you guys want to do anything before tonight?
I'll get in touch with the Wookiee and see if she'd be willing. My Wookiee friend, see if she'd be willing to, like I said, do some sabotage on the vehicles or something like that.
Now, do you know where the vehicles are?
No, we probably have to do the street race to find out.
Would I be able to make
Yeah.
a computers check to look it up to see where they are?
Let me see. So, okay, here we go. So it'd probably be streetwise because I don't know what the
I can't look it up on the computer.
computer would become in handy if you need to disable security alarms and security systems.
Okay.
You can give me those if you want.
So, I guess you could do streetwise, ask around, find out where their thing is. In fact, maybe the party might be the perfect time to do that while you're having a party, to have maybe to sabotage. Okay, so yeah, you can do let's go with the hardest. We'll do 3 purple is the hardest location to find where each of the vehicles are. We'll just do a combined one. So 3 purple. Let me see what my dark side points look like, because you guys might be low on light side.
Oh, no, we're good. We're good.
We're good.
No, see, you guys only have 2 left, and those could be gone in a flash, so I'm using a dark side.
You gonna come with me to help me look?
Sure.
So it's a red and 2 purple to try and identify all the sites where the private garages are.
I didn't have any look. Maybe I'll give you a boost so you can look.
Oh yes, that is perfect. What a great idea. So many smart
since it's a new
people in
roll,
here. No!
No, you don't roll the red because it's a new roll. I didn't spend a dark side for you. So it'd be
Oh.
So roll 1 purple, and that will replace your red dice.
1 purple?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not really gonna help since I already failed
That's
it,
true.
even without the red.
Okay, that stinks. So, I mean, I guess you could try and look in the computers for.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
don't typically advertise that, so you'd probably have to access the dark web. So I'm thinking 3 purple and a setback.
Okay.
Yourself a boost with those
The
advantages.
dark hollow net.
Give yourself
dark.
a boost with so much advantages.
You're giving me a boost?
Yeah, but I said with those advantages you have, I would say give yourself a couple boosts.
You could probably do 2.
Oh, okay. That's so unlucky.
Man, maybe you might have someone ask at the party where maybe get them drunk enough. You might be able to ask.
I think that sounds like a good idea. We'll go back to the
Wait,
party.
wait. What's your intelligence?
2.
Oh, man. Okay.
I do have something. I do have a goodie that will make someone much more susceptible to answering questions if no one has any qualms about using that. It's very subtle. It could be also slipped into a drink.
Hopefully they can roll better than what they've been rolling. Just
Yeah.
slip it into a drink unnoticed.
And as we're sort of getting ready for the party, I think I'll kind of get everybody together. All right, I think the best plan will probably be to let the drivers get 3 or 4 drinks, like about 3 or 4 drinks in them before we slip whatever y'all are wanting them to take. And he'll go and pull.
And encouraging them to drink.
And he'll go and pull a special bottle of wine out of his room, out of his backpack. This is going to be for the drivers only. It's a bottle of Alderanian ale, or Alderanian wine.
Ooh. I get rumors that Alderanian ale is gonna run out soon. I don't know why. I just get those rumors.
I could probably encourage them to drink because one of the features of my race is they have a second liver, so I can abide a lot more alcohol than those people.
Yeah, I was just thinking if they get a few drinks in them before, they'll be less likely to notice anybody slipping something in. And then with the thing that's going to be the Mickey drink, it's going to be this Alderanian wine, and nobody turns down Alderanian wine, right?
I wouldn't think so. I can never say no to that.
I can't say no though, but I won't.
Oh, there is one important detail.
Huh?
One of the co-drivers not organic.
Well, I mean, we could hit him with an ion weapon with a stray shot, couldn't we?
But if you do that, then he'll just get a replacement that won't have the.
No, I meant during the race.
No, because it's going to be inside of a vehicle.
It's a co-driver, so he's not really driving. He'll probably be the gunner or something like that.
But anyway,
it's all right. That'll give you one person to actually worry about competing with, right?
There you go.
Good. That's the only reason why he's not organic.
Actually, no. This is actually from the Droid of Yavin.
Man,
so
Our biggest enemy right now is the dice, anyway.
Yeah.
Isn't there something that droids can abide that they'll mess with their program or something like that?
The droid probably won't even be at the party.
But when it's time for them to have that drink, I'll do a toast and wish good luck to the racers.
What's the drug that increases your abilities?
A drug that increases your abilities?
Yeah, he said he bought some. Because you said this drug that they're going to take is going to start affecting them for a day or two, right? So they're going to be noticing that they're a little sluggish before the race. So they have an opportunity to take space cocaine to counteract the effects.
Well, that's what we're doing. We're taking space cocaine.
Yeah, we're taking.
Yeah, so they might. So they have the. If this is a drug that starts taking place way before the race starts, then they'll be like, "I need a pick me up. I'm feeling kind of sluggish."
But keep in mind, boosts don't cancel setback. If you have setback and you have boost, you have both.
Yeah, I know that. I'm thinking of that.
So what the drug they're taking gives them a temporary increase to brawn, probably for the party. And then for the rest of the session, it says they upgrade difficulties of agility, intellect, and cunning related skills.
Okay, yeah. What's that?
So they don't actually realize it that they've been drugged.
Yeah, I'm thinking of that one movie where the guy, his heart stops, and he's having to take. If his heart stops, he dies, and so he's having to take all these drugs and do all this. I forget what that's called, but I think that's what you slipping these drugs in the systems got me thinking. It's like, whoa, I got a race to win. I gotta stay awake and
Can we spend the light side to make it so to make a drug test so that they get caught and disqualified?
That
No.
sounds good.
Because if they're
Why-
all disqualified, they'll just reschedule the race for another day.
But it's only
Now,
three
hold
people.
on. Now, I would like to bring something up with that specifically said. I would like to bring something up that was stated in another thing. That also means you can't spend a dark side to do the same thing, correct? Because you said what applies to the NPCs applies to the players.
Yeah. Have I
So,
tried doing
question: with medicine, would I be able to set up a time release for their setbacks from the drugs? Like set it in such a way.
Okay, so
Like
Yeah.
maybe
you can do a time release, but usually that involves having something that biodegrades, and if you're doing that, it's gonna be hard to mix it with the drink, because if it'd be like those capsules are time released. They're these
What if
capsules that
he
start melting whenever they're exposed to liquid.
No. I think the crux of this is with the time it is. If we do the party now and give them the drugs, and then the session ends and we don't do the race till next week, is it wasted time to even bother to try with the drugs because now it's a new session right after the party?
Well, I don't know if we'll. I mean, it's almost 5 now, so we'll probably have to do most of the party next week, anyways.
Okay, I just wanted to check out. That was just more of a me asking out of character because I just wanted to make sure. Do we want to stop and not do the party now because I didn't want it to be another wasted. Well, the session's over and it's a new session, so now that doesn't apply.
Yeah. So
the other option I have, I bought some extra space cocaine because I was actually going to try and manage our symptoms afterwards.
I mean, you're
using
just a drug
it.
dealer, aren't you?
So I was thinking maybe I could dose them with a little bit of space cocaine that would wear off so they wouldn't realize that they were sluggish until it was too late.
Oh, that's so smart.
But then I wouldn't be able to manage our symptoms
So
unless I could manage those in some other way with a medicine check.
So think about this stuff, and then you'll do it. And I don't want to give away about anything, so you can just do it in game, and then we'll roll.
Oh,
dice,
do I have
and
anything
we'll see what the
to
dice says
try to
happens.
counteract symptoms? I'll check my stuff to see if I have anything that can counteract symptoms.
This is a good thing to highlight. We have a section on Discord that you guys can talk about all till next week called Planning a Heist. And any ideas you guys want to do before next week, that can all be discussed in there. And that way, when next week comes, you guys should have a plan all ready to go with, and we'll just go with that. And we won't have to spend any time discussing it in game. That sounds good? Or at least get your
Sounds
top
good to
2
me.
or 3 so that, instead of having 10 ideas and spending an hour talking about pros and cons, you guys can discuss that on Discord.
I have an antidote set. I have an antidote set so that I could use that to help us.
So, cool. This sounds like a good stopping point. Then,
Yeah.
you guys did something during this that I thought made some notes. I didn't have a chance to write down. Ketkam found a bunch of information about her parents. I'm going to give you guys an extra 5 experience points for this because you guys uncovered information about Ketkam's parents. You had some good ideas about doing some stuff to help your odds in other situations, and then
So that's 10 XP?
so yeah, we'll do 10 plus the 5, so it's 15 total for
yeah.
role-playing. And with a bunch of bad dice rolls, you guys were able to get out of the museum without you guys were able to get out of the museum without being covered in trash or having a firefight break out or broken bones and stuff. So
that's because my character's just really good at what he does.
yeah, you're really good at rolls when they count, but not so good at other rolls when you're trying to find out where the cars are hidden so you can sabotage
I'm not good at the miscellaneous stuff, but when it counts, I get really good.
Okay, so I'll see you guys next week, and feel free to use our Discord channel for any planning your heist, and any other communications. And I'll see you guys next
When
week.
you gives you those blues when you roll, what kind of armor do you have or suit? DJ?
Huh? Say that again?
What do you have that gives you those blues for your suit, for your rolls? For your